Oh. Boom. All right. What's up, guys? Just give me a minute here to get this all set up for you guys. And then we'll get started. Chat box, what's up? Get that on, get that live. Get this up. Got everyone muted. Let's see here, what's up? Mr. John Moss is on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. John Moss. 1 second here, guys. Just waiting for everyone. Got a few minutes to get started. I got to figure out how to use Zoom since I still haven't figured that out. It's always nice. Have some cool stuff to give away to you guys tonight, which would be great. You guys can take it away free. And then I'll do some bonus giveaways, some Vegas stuff away. You know how I do. Sometimes I get a little bit nutty. All right. Let me just find who I'm looking for. Good Lord. All right. Co-host. James, let me see if I can unmute you. James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Good, I can hear you. So you're good. Now I just got to find Jason here. He's somewhere.
Have a search?
No. Simple stuff. Baby steps here, man. Oh, here we go. Manage participants. There we go. Jason. And Jason, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Jason's face. You seeing Jason?
Neither am I.
All right, Jason. We gotta find your face. Hang tight here, guys. We'll get rolling. 4:30 on the dot. Jason, where you at?
Can't find me, huh?
Whoa, there you are.
There you are. There you are. Good. All right.
Hollister himself.
Cool. And you guys got screen sharing abilities, so you can train us up, both you guys?
I see it. Yeah.
Yep. You both got it? Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Let me just move this. Nah, it's fine. I got it. We're good. Okay. So just a little bit of an agenda, guys. I want to go over, hey, a lead's coming in. So just a couple things I want to go over before we even get started. First of all, James, some of you guys know James from Job Killing. He joined back in 2014, I think. Well, I know I was in Hawaii when I spoke to you. Like, it was like the first week we launched Job Killing. And I remember I couldn't get out to the ocean with my family because I was stuck on the phone with you bastard. But so he's been in JK since like the very, very early days. So that's pretty cool to kind of see his business grow to what it's at now. The check that I posted, that $75,000 check, that's actually James. It's not my check. So that was a check they received on the 1st of this month, him and his business partner, Jason. So pretty cool. That was from a lead gen client. We're going to kind of jump into some of that stuff, some of these bigger ticket clients that they've landed. But you guys know most of you know, if you've been around me any bit of time, I call it like I see it, number one. Number two, I don't just put anyone on these calls, kind of sacred to me since I show up every Tuesday and Thursday for the last 3 years doing these calls. It's got to be a special type of person or a special type of training that I want to, share with you guys. Other than, I guess, outside of JK, we've only ever brought one other person into these, but James is part of JK too. So I'm really excited with what he's got to share with you guys. These two together have spent, and I think there was a picture of it earlier, over $2 million in AdWords over the last bit of time, just specifically working with local business owners. As you guys know, I'm not a big, I don't put a lot of training on AdWords in Job Killing because I don't know it very well. And I try to stick in my lane of things that I know. The same thing is true in like local Facebook ads. It's not been a big part of my business or my agency. So it hasn't been something that I've trained. I brought Grant in for real estate because he's very specific in that niche. But these guys, both in Facebook local ads and in pay-per-click, these guys have put some incredibly impressive numbers up. I know there's a lot of people that train a lot of different things out there. My sniff test always comes down to money, so it always comes down to how much you spend in, because I know when you spend a lot of money, you learn a lot really, really quickly, because if you don't have $2 million to spend on AdWords, you can't spend it. So, that's an impressive number to me. And that's why I brought these guys on. They passed the sniff test. I've been kind of watching these guys from afar for several months. Some of the top JKers that you guys know that are in the upper echelon of income, when they come to me and ask for a referral for who could do AdWords or some local Facebook stuff, these are the guys that I hand them off to. So just so you guys have some context to who they are and why I brought them on for you guys, I think this is part of the skill set when we talk about local lead generation. We obviously focus heavily on the organic, but adding another tool or another skill set to your tool belt, in my opinion, is not a bad thing to do. And James is going to kind of touch on some of those things because he started out just as you guys did, just in search, generating leads for clients. He'll talk about probably some of the same uncertainties that many of you guys have had when signing a flat fee client up front. But with that being said, I'm going to let these guys get into the training. Kind of plan on this lasting, I would say, I don't know, an hour and a half. We're going to open it up for questions at the end. We also got 2 killer bonuses that everyone gets no matter what for you guys. Some done awesome local funnels that these guys have produced for you with some pretty cool results. And they're going to train how to use them in today's training. So with that being said, guys, James, my man, what's up, dude?
What's going on? Dude, I am so excited. I'm shaking. You have no idea. First of all, I'm excited because I'm back where I always was meant to be.
Yeah.
Right. And I left for a little bit, and I'm going to get into that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people here can learn from my mistakes, man. I'm telling you. But I'm excited. Everybody how many people are on, actually? I'm just curious.
A couple 230, 228 people right now. It will cap out at 300, so hopefully everyone gets in early. I didn't pay for the upgraded plan.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, Job Killing the training behind Job Killing has changed my life. All right, so tonight what I want to do is I want to add fuel to whatever you teach, and I know it's basically the same thing that you taught even back in 2014. We're about to put steroids onto Job Killing, and kind of what we're going to go through is how tiny 2-page websites has landed us over 40 grand per month worth of clients, and how you can ethically knock them off in 10 minutes. All right. So by the end of the training, this is our goal. You'll be able to know exactly how to land clients, make more money. The big thing is have the confidence to fulfill your clients' needs. That was a big thing for me. And be able to do it faster than you ever thought possible. And quite frankly, you might have that paradigm shift at the end where you're like, what I was doing was amazing. Now what I just went through in this training is like, you're going to just be doing this 10 times faster. All right. And guys, if you stay to the end, before I forget, you guys are going to get 2 of these tiny 2-page websites. We're going to give you these. We call them franchise funnels, and I'm going to explain to you why we call them that. You're going to get them for free at the end. So if you stay to the end, everybody should stay to the end, because this training is, if I can curse on here, kick ass. So
we're going to be giving away some Vegas tickets too. I'm going to try to give $5,000 to $10,000 in Vegas tickets away. So just a little heads up.
Cool. Even better. All right. If there's any distractions, I'm just going to go through this real quick. Any distraction, guys, next 30 to 60 minutes of this training, turn off your cell phones, close your browsers. My son is at my mom's to make sure that I didn't get interrupted by him because my wife is not around here. tonight. So maybe they can handle the kiddos for 30 to 60 minutes. All right. So cool. So I'm going to kind of give you a brief history. Maybe you can learn something from our story because and I don't want to spend too much time, but it's important that you understand the people who are talking tonight have been where you are, no matter where you are in your journey, whether you're just starting, whether you're struggling, whether you think you know everything. All right. Because I've been down all those roads. All right. And it's important that you understand that the story, every day that you go on is the story that you're building. So if you're struggling, that's just your story that you're building. So don't get discouraged. And if you're killing it, don't get too cocky. All right. Make sure you put in that work each and every day. I started Job Killing. I forgot I added this. So in September 30th of 2014, you can see here that I quoted.
We lost you there. James. Mr. James. We lost him. His internet went out. Give him just a second.
Yeah, sometimes it just freezes up.
Well, I know what he's going to say, so I'm just going to say it for him because I found that slide back from September 2014 when James landed this mortgage guy or started getting this mortgage guy. And back then, he didn't get the deal for $15,000. He quoted the deal for $15,000. He ended up getting it for about $5,000, which is kind of how Jason, who's sitting right there, you might be able to see him on camera right there, how James and Jason kind of came together. Jason, why don't you shoot him a text real quick? Just make sure he knows that he fell off.
Yeah, I just popped.
So the story was basically James has, all the piss and vinegar in him from learning job killing and goes and lands this mortgage client, right? Mute your line. And gets the client, gets the guy to commit to $5,000 a month and then goes, oh crap. Like, I don't know how to generate this guy leads. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do in order to get this guy's phone ringing, especially because mortgages, as you guys know, is not in our space. It's not what job, I don't teach it. I say, stay away from real estate, stay away from mortgages, stay away from insurance, stay away from financial planners, right? Those are the things that I tell you guys to usually stay away from. And so he ends up running into Jason. I don't really remember how you guys all got together, but ends up running into Jason, who has a lot of background in PPC. We got you back, James?
Yeah, he said unmute him.
Oh, did I got him muted?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you now.
Oh, of course.
I just told your story for you.
All right. Of course. I knew that was going to happen. We just went through this and it didn't happen. Now it's going to happen. It's unbelievable.
It's all good.
All right. So, yeah. So, I mean, I heard some of what Dan said. So I landed this client. I was scared to death. I did not think that I could fulfill it. I know a lot of you have felt that way. Maybe a lot of you have not even bothered going after certain clients, and they could be friends. They could be friends of friends, and you're just too scared that you can't fulfill. And I know how you feel. And I think in tonight's training, you're going to feel so much more confident about how to fulfill future clients, how to get clients, and so much more. But I'm going to be honest with you. When I started Job Killing, all right, I started succeeding rather quickly. All right, landed a couple clients, got to 10,000 really fast. I thought my stuff did not stink. All right. For some reason in my mind, I believed, I don't know why, and I see it all the time, that I could go out and create a course about these cool things that I learned. I look back on it now, and it's embarrassing, to be completely honest with you, because the course flopped. And in building that course out, I lost almost all my clients. I had nothing left by the time we were done. And the crazy part is that in July of 2015, so I started in March of 2014. In July of 2015, after bombing the course, losing clients, not knowing what to do, I literally had, and I was telling Dan the story before, I literally had no money to pay my mortgage. And I know everybody out there, oh, here we go again with one of those, rags to riches. Believe me, there's no rags here. I had a six-figure paying job. I was making about $125,000 a year. But even with that, I overspent. I put money on my credit cards. And with all those payments, I could not make my mortgage payment. And I went across the street. My parents live literally a block away. And I had to do the unthinkable, which was ask my father, who's an old school Italian, for money to help pay that mortgage. It's embarrassing as hell to admit that. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people in this group now have probably either felt it or currently feeling that now. So what the hell did I do? I took action. I found the fastest thing I can make a few bucks on to generate some money. I got into e-com. And if anybody knows anything about e-com, it's the most unreliable business you could ever get in. Jason and I both made a ton of money in e-com over the next 4 months up until Christmas. And then after Christmas, it was all gone. But the cool thing is that through those 4 months, Jason and I learned so much and spent so much on Facebook ads and pay-per-click and all this other stuff that we learned, that we realized that now we can go back into the local business space with this knowledge and absolutely kill it. Now we can offer SEO, we can offer pay-per-click, we can offer Facebook ads. And I'm going to go through that process now about how we're going to do that. And one of the things I want to go through to another thing too is imagine what your life, right? So you're in job killing. Maybe you just began or you're struggling. Imagine what it would be like if you could land those clients faster. Okay. How much easier would your life be? How much more confident would you be? What if you could land them much easier? All right. No more cold calling or having to talk to friends and family or whatever it is that you might do. What if there was a process in place that you could follow each and every time and land those clients faster and easier? Make more money when landing a client. It's awesome that a lot of people are charging for SEO, and that's what Job Killing teaches, and it's fantastic. But there's so much more money on the table if you could learn these few techniques that we're going to show you tonight. All right, so much more money. Add $10,000 per month to your business in the next 30 to 90 days. Absolutely. Because now you're going to be adding a lot more to your arsenal. You can charge a lot more money. You become more valuable to your client. And the biggest thing, I mean, everybody here would say yes. If I asked you, did you ever worry about getting your existing or future clients' results? I mean, how many people are scared to death about this? Because I was, and a lot of people say, oh, dude, go out and take action. And I used to say, yeah, that's great. Let me go out and take action. But what happens if I actually land a client? Now what the hell do I do? I mean, it's scary as hell because that's how that's what I felt when I landed this. And that's how I don't know, I think Dan said it, but that's how Jason and I met, was I landed that mortgage client. And I'm like, dude, this guy is paying me $5,000 a month. First of all, I don't even know how I did that because I'm the worst salesman in the history. You can already tell my internet goes out. I stumble, whatever. But I met Jason, and that's what he helped me do. He was like that pro in the background before I learned anything. I'm like, dude, I got a client. Like, I'll split that with you if you can help me get him results. And that's where he came in. So our Jason and I's life looks like this, right? Who here thinks this is simple? You got a 2-page site. We call them franchise funnels, and I'll explain to you why. But this 2-page site right here, this is an example of a towing services site that we built, right? You got your landing page and you got your thank you page. What if these 2 sites can generate you hundreds of thousands of dollars, all right? Take a look at these 2. I'm going to blur them out because these are they cost us a ton of money to get to where these pages are. But these 2-page franchise funnels, $200,000 of income in 6 months. 1 page on the left, landing page, a thank you page. And this funnel here, slightly different, generated us $60,000 of income in 6 months. It's plug and play. It literally just runs on its own. All right. So who here knows the process like I do? I know this job killing process like the back of my hand because I do it all the time. Okay. So this looks familiar, right? So the job killing process is you build your 10 to 15 page website. You got to get your content. You got to go find that address, right? Whether it's your own address, whether you go to UPS store, whether you go to Craigslist and use somebody else's address, which was a trick that I never learned until like 3 years later. Sorry, but it's true. Then you got to build your citations. Then you got to build your influence links. Then you got to hope your leads come in, even when you're ranking. You got to hope your leads come in, and they will when you get to the top 2, 3, What happens when you're 8 or 9? Feels good, but are your leads coming in? And then you can finally use those results to land your clients. Okay. Everybody out there, does this look very familiar to you? And it should, because this process has made a few $1 million earners, hundreds of 5-figure earners, and dozens of kill jobs. You can go and do this and retire early with this process. Okay. This is the process that I've taken. This is the process that in the beginning Jason has taken. This is the process that is known through job killing. But what if there was a twist? What if we can add a twist to this? All right. Use those 2-page sites that I just showed you, those quote unquote franchise funnels. Okay. They're already set up. Get that AdWords coupon. And I know Dan may have touched in his training. In the beginning, 3 years ago, he's talked about this. And this has stuck with me for 3 years because I got into job killing for this one specific reason. Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, to make a boatload of money. And number 2, I could do it without selling. How could you do this without selling? It's very simple. When you deliver value and leads up front to a potential client, it no longer becomes sales. It just does not. You're leading with major value. You're doing something that nobody that they've hired before has done for them. I can promise you that. We've been through dozens and dozens of clients. We've been through years through this. And I can tell you, I've never heard somebody say to me, oh yeah, your leads are okay, but I get better leads down the street. It doesn't happen because any other company out there, they don't actually send leads. They really don't. They just tell them that they're doing SEO, but they're not sending them actual leads that they're making money and getting an ROI. So you're going to send them traffic. You can use a $150 AdWords coupon. What does that mean? You spend 50, but you get actually 150. You get the leads, and then you send them to your potential client. You get them results first. You land them as a client. And then what do you get to do now? Because you were going to do it anyway. You get to upsell them to that 10 to 15 page website you were going to do. That's what we do all the time. We land our clients and then we say, hey, listen, not in layman terms, your site sucks. It's not going to get leads. So let me build you a 15 page website. Let me charge you $2,500. I'll do your content. I already have the address and I start building citations and building links. That's where the SEO comes inside. So does this make sense to a lot of people? I mean, Dan, this is still the process that you guys follow, right?
To a T.
Okay. So my question to everybody out there is, who wants to see this actual process as an example in action with one of those landing pages that I showed before? A lot of people are probably curious. So I'm going to turn this over to Jason.
Yeah.
He's going to jump in.
Yeah, before you do that, before you turn it over to Jason, I'm just going to give a couple $1,000 away in Vegas tickets. Lily Gutnick, Vegas ticket. Michelle, I don't know how to say your last name, Mediaville, Vegas ticket. Ethan Quack, Vegas ticket. So there's $3,000 in Vegas tickets just given out. Pay attention, stay tuned. There's more to come. Okay.
Sweet. All right. So I'm going to exit out of here. I'm going to release my screen, right? And then Jason's going to jump in and show you this exact process. Stop share, right?
Yep. Stop share and I'll take it.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. Let me get this puppy going here. All right. Am I golden?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. All right. How's everybody doing? Jason here. And, I want to piggyback real quick. James said I was the pro in the back that kind of helped save the day a little bit. Well, let me tell you, I had to become a pro in the back because I was tired of driving an hour and a half in the morning, an hour and a half in the evening, back and forth from a job I did not like, right? So my learning curve, it shot up, right, pretty fast and pretty high because I had no choice because my life was miserable. So it all started, right? I mean, that's why it's here, right? I mean, this is where it all starts. You reach a point and you realize there's something more, right? And so what do? You look for the unfair advantage. And that's what job killing is, right? It's the unfair advantage. It's the thing, it's that knowledge, that piece of knowledge, and not only the knowledge, but just the process and the system that you can follow to exit out of the miserable, right? So that's what this is. That's what I'm about to show you here. The process that James just explained, this is kind of the grassroots of how it all started, right? So so let's break it down. Our goal is to get value up front, right? We need to get value to either a client that we already have or a client that maybe we're eyeballing, right? Because you build a job killing site with a end prize in mind, right? So it's no different here. So it all starts with the basic search, like where am I at? What do I want to do, right? So in this case, I don't think James, we showed you the towing site earlier, right? The 2-page. So let's just take that example. How did that come to be? Well, here's how it came to be, right? It all starts with the search, right? We all know what a search is, right? So the typical search is going to have ads, usually at the top. It's going to have ads at the bottom. We're going to get something like a maps listing, some organic listings, right? So anytime we go into a niche in a specific city, our job is to get into that niche as quick as we possibly can and deliver leads and land a client, right? So this is the process we follow. So we're going to simply go and we're going to look at the people. For one, we're going to look at first at the people who are spending money on ads, right? So it's typically the people up top, for example, like, Vito's Towing, right? So they get up here and I look at this site. Now, why do I pay attention to the people who are running ads? The people who are running ads they're spending money on advertising. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily good at it, but those are the people that are trying to take advantage of the system and they're spending money ahead of everyone else, right? Everyone else is trying to do the organic piece. And so these guys are trying to fast track their success. So I think that's something important to pay attention to, right? Because ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to start collecting data of this niche and then this city. So for example, I look at Vito's Towing. And for one of the first things I know is the site is ugly, right? The site is ugly, right? But what I'm trying to do here is I'm not trying to look at this so I can just copy this, right? Because my goal is to get a nice, essentially 2-page franchise funnel that I can quickly put in place and then start generating leads from. So, right. So part of this is making sure that the site looks nice. This site sucks, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay attention to what it looks like, what they're doing, what information they say, right? And then I just continue the process, right? So I'm just going to click on more. I'm just going to click on more listings, right? I'm going to click on whatever. Let's look at, Classic Towing, see what they look like. Here's their site. It's kind of weird, right? And I'm just going to keep repeating this process. I want to get a nice handful. So I look at one more, right? I have iTraino, right? I have Advanced Towing. So each into themselves, there's nothing special here. None of these sites look cool or whatever. They're just all kind of weird, ugly looking in a way. But I start noticing something, right? So look at Vito's Towing. They have a number up front, a little logo up here, 24-hour service, right? Okay, cool. I take note. What do these guys have? It's Classic Towing. I see a logo. I see 24/7 service and a number right away up top. iTraino, I see a logo. I see a number. And what do they highlight here in red? 24-hour tow service. And then one more. I look at Advanced Towing. What do I have? I like a little image or whatever, logo, emergency service, 24/7, and a number. Okay, so I've identified a pattern, right? Do we all see the pattern here? What do all these people who are either spending money or are in prominent positions in the search, what do they all have in common, right? They all highlight emergency 24/7 service, right? And that makes sense, right? If there's a tow truck and I'm calling a tow truck, I'm not there to shop around. It's usually because I need a damn tow truck, right? I'm not there to just chat, right? So these guys all feature that prominently on their site. So what ultimately happens is I'm just collecting data, right? I'm just the man behind the scenes looking at what everyone else is doing so that I can put together something that, for one, looks a hell of a lot better, but follows the same patterns that the people are spending excess advertising money on. And so what happens is I come up with, you kind of saw a snapshot of this site earlier, but look what I did here. I simply took a logo, popped it up top. I got call for 24/7 immediate service, and then the call tracking number, right? You're right. We all use call tracking numbers, no different than our job killing sites. Same thing. And then we just make it a little prettier, right? Now, some of this comes from obviously not looking at Vito's Towing because that site's ugly as heck, but it comes from spending lots of money on paid advertising and knowing what generates phone calls. More importantly to the client, what generates leads, right? So I have one piece of the puzzle. This is cool. This is now I'm set. Now, the next thing I need to do is I need to get traffic to this. Now, it's one thing to do searches, right? And I can go to Keyword Planner. I can thumb around in there all day and look at what Google thinks is going on. You know, I may get the complete picture. I may just get pieces. I can also do a million searches in the search bar here and try to test different keywords. I can look down here and see searches related to towing and try to come up with some other keywords. But there's a much easier way I can do this, right? So we've already identified competitors. We've already identified top competitors in the industry, in the niche. So how do I speed this up? Well, I'm going to use a free tool with paid options, but I'm going to take advantage of a free feature of a tool called SpyFu. And this is something maybe most of you or some of you have heard of, maybe none of you. Maybe it's something you're hearing about for the first time. Bottom line is, look at this right here. The whole premise of SpyFu. Download your competitors' most profitable keywords and ads for paid and organic search. I want to send some paid traffic to this guy right away. So this is super important for me. Look at this. They're going to tell me the most profitable keywords and ads for the paid search. But look at this too, right? Organic search too is going to tell me all the keywords that organically is sending traffic to these sites. So what do? We just sit there. Let's just grab Vitos, right? And all we're going to do is we're going to pop them in the search bar. All right, easy, right? And now SpyFu is going to go ahead and just take a look at this. Now, I want you to understand, I don't just do this for Vito or Vito's Towing. I'm going to go ahead and do it for all the competitor sites that I've identified. Again, primarily I'm focusing on the paid ads, but I'm also going to maybe pull some of the top organic searches because again, I can drop the sites into SpyFu and I can see what sites, or excuse me, what keywords are delivering traffic. You know how important that is? SpyFu is going to tell me exactly what people are typing into the Google search bar and getting to these competitor sites. Now, organic, that's pretty powerful, but organic keywords also are, let me just pull this down here. Organic keywords also, I can use for paid traffic, right? So let's get to the sweet spot. This is what it's going to pull up here, right? I'm going to get all kinds of data. All right, this is cool. I can look around, all kinds of cool things in SpyFu. But if I scroll down, I'm going to get to the meat. Look what I got here. Top keywords. Look what I got here. I got organic and I got paid keywords. I can see exactly what keywords they are spending money. Look at this. They're spending for towing service. Vitos is spending $3,100 a month. I initially just got $3,100 of education just by simply looking at this site, right? I don't have to spend the money to know that this is the keyword that's going to work.
One thing I was going to say was like, people that advertise generally believe in advertising. People that are spending money on paid ads, let's say, they believe in spending money. They're trying to grow their business. It's not in the last call, I think it was, someone was saying, what do you do to the guy that says, oh, I don't really want to, I get all my business through referrals or through friends and family and stuff like that. Like Vitos clearly doesn't, right? They believe in they're spending $3,100 on one word alone. Imagine if you're ranking for that word, down the way. Like you got a prime time target. Someone that spends money on advertising will spend money on other advertising, other marketing. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly why we're looking at this here, because we're leveraging other people's dollars. I have not spent $1 yet in this entire process, and I'm getting all kinds of data. So again, look at this. I have organic keywords. I'm going to keep these in mind for when we rank our job killing site, right? But I'm also going to pay attention now because I can see here that they get more of their clicks per month from organic SEO from this keyword, towing company, Newark, New Jersey. Okay, so that's probably something I want to maybe add into my paid traffic keyword list, right? Now, I got keywords. Again, I'm putting together data. I'm building a picture. I don't just look at Vitos. I look at iTraino. I look at Classic Towing. I look at Advanced Towing, all these other companies. So I can build out a little keyword list, start piecing that together. And then what do? I'm going to scroll down. And this is me. I still think this is so cool, right? So not only did I do a search, and I can pull out some of these, I can see a few paid ads here and there, but when I pop in one of those sites into SpyFu, I can come right here and I can see every ad that they've ever run, right? I can see what ad they serve or they run, spend the most money on, that runs most of the time. This ad right here has run 56% of the time that Vitos has run an ad on AdWords, it's been this ad. Okay, there might be a reason for that. Maybe it's their top ad, right? Maybe they've tested it. right? And I can also come down here and I can see when they run certain ads. You know, maybe this ad, runs only certain times of the year, whatever. So bottom line is I'm identifying patterns. Now, to make a point here, I don't necessarily need to come in and just copy everything. Now I am. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy down. I'm gonna add these to my my bucket, my list, if you will, of things that these guys are doing. But I'm looking for patterns, right? Because again, I'm going to do this for like 3, 4, maybe 5 other sites. Yeah, it's going to take me a few minutes, but I'm not spending any money, and I know this is going to make me a lot of money. So I'm willing to put in a few minutes to, again, ultimately stop driving 3 hours a day back and forth to a job I don't like, right? So to me, it's worth it, right? So then what happens is now I have enough data. I've identified patterns. Now all I got to do is start generating the leads, right? All the hard work has been done. So now I can just pop over to our old friend Google AdWords, right? And then I can just launch a campaign based on everything I already know.
I will pause you for a second. Just 1 second. Pause.
Yeah.
Because in all the early JK training, I taught AdWords Express because I didn't understand what he's about to show us right here. Like, it just was a little bit past my capacity. So this is all recorded for you guys, but just kind of pay attention because I've been seeing some questions going in the chat box. Like, is he just targeting towing? He's going to talk to you about how you target down by the location and the exact words and some of the different cool stuff that he's going to do in here. And then in addition to that, like, he's going to have some of these cheat sheets for you guys. I think you have it in the in the free giveaway that we're going to give to everyone, so you guys can kind of copy it there. So there'll be recordings for you guys and some free giveaway stuff for you guys that will kind of outline a lot of the stuff that he's going to touch on right now. Keep going.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And that's a good point. AdWords Express, that's the kind of the what can we say? Like the forward focus or something of AdWords. Here we're about to jump into the Beamer. It is all that's kind of going on here. Right. So cool thing is either one is free to get an account and get going, right? So if you never played with this, don't worry. And I'm going to go a little bit faster. Understand I've spent a lot of money and I spent a lot of time in AdWords, but no matter how much money I've spent, the process is still the same every single time. So we're going to go ahead and just launch a campaign, right? We're going to walk through it. Every single time I'm going to do search network only, okay? Search network only is just a simple paid text ads that you see whenever you do a Google search, okay? So this one I'm going to call towing demo. Let's go JK, all right? I'm going to do all features. That's just going to give us access to some of the things I'm going to show you here. There's really no other reason we're going to check that box. Down here, I'm going to come down to networks. I only want to search on Google Search Network. I only want my ads to show on Google. Google has, if you looked at a list of all the search engines in the world, there's like a gazillion, right? And so Google is actually partnered up with several of these. Well, we don't care about those, right? When was the last time you jumped on anything other than Google? Maybe Bing, whatever. I mean, who knows? But Google is just the primary player here, so we just want to be on Google. I don't want to be on some other random search engine. Now, for location, I'm going to come down here. So in this case, we're targeting Clifton, New Jersey. Look, there it is, popped up. All I'm going to do is going to hit add. Okay, that's simple. But I'm going to do one more little thing here. I'm going to come to location options. I want to target people in my targeted location. A lot of people miss this step. And why this is important is my towing company, right, my towing service only serves a certain area, which is Clifton, New Jersey. That's what I want to target. I don't want someone that's in New York City that's just whatever, types in something about Clifton and my ad shows to them, right? This right here, by selecting this, you're going to limit it to people who are physically in the location that Google has identified, right? And Google's way smarter than us. They know where everybody is and what they're doing. So Google is just going to show the ads to people in that location. So that's why that's important. Now, manual bid strategy. I'm just going to leave it default because I'm confident that the default bid, so I'm going to set the default bid already, because the reason why is I already done the research, right? And I've looked around and I've seen that the average bid, when I compare all the data, is about $8. So I'm going to start there. I'm just going to pop in a budget. Let's just say $50 a day. Now, this does not mean you will spend $50 a day. Google's going to try to spend it. If the clicks are there, it will try to spend it. However, I'm in complete control of that. I can stop this at any time. And remember what we're trying to do here. I'm not trying to make this towing company rich. I'm not trying to send Vito to Hawaii, for the rest of his life sipping Mai Tais. I'm literally just trying to give him a few leads so that he can pay me money to keep doing what I'm doing right now. Okay, you get that point. The point is not to spend a lot of money. The point is just to generate a few phone calls so that I can deliver that value up front. Again, get that foot in the door. So I'm just going to use $50. And then I'm going to scroll down. The next other thing that I would maybe deal with if it's a different niche is the schedule. But because the whole focus of this towing, right, we've seen it on every single website, is 24/7 emergency service. So I'm going to leave it run the whole time. Now, one other little thing I'm going to do, not a lot of people do. I'm going to click this rotate indefinitely on the ad rotation, meaning I want my ads, because I have a collection of ads that different people are running, right? I've identified some patterns. I got maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 good ads. I want to run them equally and see which one's going to give me the best result. If I select any other option, Google's going to take control and just do what it thinks. Now, Google's pure focus is to get money from you, okay? I'm more than happy to give them my money because they're going to give me business and they're going to make me rich. However, I want to give them money under my own terms. So if I choose this rotate indefinitely, I'm going to show all my ads evenly, and then I'll be able to determine a clear winner, which one is actually delivering the leads, which one is delivering the cheapest clicks, so on and so forth. And then I can start killing the losers and keep the winners so that I'm running the most efficient ad campaign that I possibly can, meaning I'm spending less to get more leads. Okay, does that make sense? And then all I'm going to do is save and continue. Very simple. There's really only 2 steps to this. The one page that we just went through. And now I'm at the part where I can create my ad and drop in my keywords. I'm just going to say towing keywords JK. Just going to name it. All right, final URL. Where do I want to send them? Well, I want to send them to the nice, pretty, I want to send them to the, I want to send them to the nice, pretty website that I put together, right? The 2-page website. So I'm just going to drop that URL in there. Now comes the easy part. Normally, you know, if I was doing this from scratch and didn't know what the heck I was doing, I would be thinking like, what the hell do I write? Well, I already know what to write. I already got a bunch of ads. So I'm just going to start dropping it. I'm just going to drop in the first one. All right, we'll just do this. I'll show you real quick how you can rapidly just create a bunch of ads fast. Okay. Right here, I'm going to take advantage of this space. I'm going to put 24-hour tow truck, make my URL nice, big, and fat. The goal with AdWords, just a little hint, little tip, is to always make your ad bigger than everyone else's, right? Add on more things. They have things called ad extensions. I'll show you those just real quick. The bigger you make your ad, the bigger it's going to track the click, right? All right, so cool. So I just set up my first ad. I'm good. I don't need to set up any more ads right now. Now for the keywords. Now what do? Do I go to Keyword Planner? Well, no, I already got a list of what all the competitors are running. The top keywords that they're running paid traffic on, the top keywords that they're getting clicks from the organic search. My job is easy. Now, I can't just paste these guys in there. You see what I'm doing here? I'm just adding some quotations. Okay. What quotations are is what's called a phrase match. Not to get too technical, but what I want to make sure is the words I put in are the only words I want to generate ads, right? I don't want some random word to show my ads because I only want to show it to specific people that are specifically searching these phrases. So I put them in the quotations so that this phrase, local towing, you know, all these search phrases, they have to be typed into the search bar before my ad shows. Pretty simple, right? Nothing cosmic here. And then I come down. So all I did was add my list, right? I already had my list. And then I come down and I hit Save Ad Group. Just like that, I just created an AdWords campaign. I'm not sure. So if you've never run it and you thought it was going to be some crazy process, it was literally that easy. It's just two steps. Now what you see here, what's going to happen, the normal process is Google's going to do a quick review. You can see here it says under review. They're going to do a quick little review to make sure I'm not saying anything stupid. I'm not doing some gambling stuff or some crazy spam thing. Usually takes a few minutes. Sometimes I've seen it take maybe an hour or so, but they'll approve this ad. And then as soon as they do, I'm live. So my keywords are here, and then I got an ad. But remember, I have a couple other ads. So how do I, do I have to create all those from scratch? No. I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to click this little arrow. It says copy and edit. The reason why I'm going to do that is because I'm sending them to the same page, right? So it's real easy. So just go ahead and duplicate it. Then I can just grab the next ad that I've already written down, right, that I just copy and pasted from SpyFu. that kind of meets the pattern of what everyone else is doing. And just like that, a few things change, and I have 2 ads. Okay. Now, one other cool thing I want to do, right? Remember I said make our ads as big as possible. So right now I'm fine. Like literally, as soon as Google approves this, I'm running. I'm going to generate some clicks. Now, one thing I can do here is I can take this thing called an ad extension, right? So what's an ad extension? It's just extra stuff you can add to your ad to make it bigger. One of the most important things that people miss is putting a phone number on their ad. Now, when you are going to find a tow truck, what's one of the first things you're going to do, right? Where are you typically calling a tow truck from? You're stranded somewhere in the middle of nowhere. You're going to pull out your desktop computer that you keep in your trunk and type up try to dial up a tow truck? No, probably not, right? So all I'm going to do, I'm going to come back over to my little 2-page site. I'm going to grab my call tracking number, and I'm going to do this thing here called a call extension. See call extension? I'm going to click the red button. And what I'm talking about is up here. There's a bunch of extensions you can add. I just click call extension, right? So it's a phone number. I'm going to add one right here. Okay. And I already have it in here because I typed it. Let's pretend I didn't. I would just come here, hit new phone number. It tells me right here how to type it in with the little parentheses thing here. So I'm going to do it. Okay. On device preference, I'm going to go ahead and check mobile, because I want to make sure that whenever someone searches on a phone, that more times than not, I want that phone number to show with my ad, right? Because that's going to be the easiest lead to generate. Someone on their phone dialing for my service. If I present them a number fat in their face and I have a good ad, which I know I probably will, because I have lots to choose from people that are already spending money, right? And I'm going to tweak, I'm going to find out which ones work. I'm more than likely going to generate a phone call for this towing service. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save once I've entered the phone number and check mobile. And then there it is. It's right here. And I hit save. Now, this number right here, every time my ad shows, my phone number is going to be added right next to it. So now my ad just got bigger, right? And then if I wanted to get kooky with it, I can do a thing called call out extensions, which just adds extra text underneath the description that I already did. And I went ahead and just typed out a few of them here, but I would just hit a new call out and say, expert towing in Clifton, whatever, right? I'm just putting this in here to show you, and then hit save. And now these words are going to show with my ad on top of the other stuff I've already typed in, right? So I'm going to add the other ones here. I would just type in these: accepts credit cards, local family owned, 24/7 towing services. Hit save. And now I just added all this text to my ad. So now my ad's going to be huge. It's not going to be this. It's going to be this plus all those things I just typed in plus my phone number. Wow. And then what happens? I stand out more than all my competitors. I'm already using data that I know potentially works, or at least gives me the foundation, because I looked at the patterns. I looked at what everyone else is doing. Now my ads run. I get the click. My page, again, is modeled based on the same patterns I've identified. I generate a lead. And James, when we ran, this is a real campaign that we've run and actually are running. How long did it take us before we got our first phone call / closed job for the towing company that we targeted?
Within an hour.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculously fast. Because guess what? When someone calls a tow truck, they need a tow truck. So it was an easy close. But it opened the door for us to move in. And then, remember this site, James?
Yeah.
Guess what this is? What does this look like? It's a job killing site.
Oh, yeah. It's my Weebly site, baby.
Yep, exactly. Right? One thing leads into the other. So not only are we able to sell these services, hey, do you want more of what we're doing now? Okay, cool. Pay us this money. Oh, by the way, we can maximize and increase your value by adding this other site. Because guess what? I didn't really see your site anywhere, or your site, maybe whatever. Maybe it's not as good. Maybe it is good. Hey, let me do some SEO for your site. Oh, by the way, let me add this other lead gen site. You see how we just multiplied assets and multiplied income. Now, the cool thing is, I'll quickly point this out. I think you see how powerful this is, but I'll quickly point out this same thing works on Facebook, right? So we don't use SpyFu because SpyFu is for paid ads on Google, okay? But there's another free tool called addicted.io. Have you ever seen this? ADICTED.io. It's the internet's largest Facebook ad gallery, they say. Now, there's a paid service for this. I don't recommend paying for it because guess what? So let me just go walk through an example. So we have a towing campaign running. Let me pull that up. Towing campaign.
Hey, I'll make you guys the hack how to use it for free too. I know the hack. I know the back door.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So there we go.
Get all the
yoga campaign, right?
I'll make you guys a video of it, on how to do it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, so, there you go. So Dan even has a hack to get access to more ads. But bottom line is we got a yoga campaign that's running right now for a client, generating leads. But guess what? I didn't sit in front of we didn't sit in front of the keyboard and just rack our brains. Like, how are we going to get yoga leads for our client, right? James actually did this ad. The process is the same thing, except for we just can't search on Google. So we come over here to addicted.io and type in yoga. I'm just going to hit search. And what happens? It shows me yoga ads, right? So look, these are Facebook ads that are running, right? And I can sort them. There's different sorting things. We won't go into that. It's not about this tool. It's just about the process and the system. I can sit there and look at every single yoga ad that this tool brings back and shows me. I can start identifying patterns in text. I can start identifying patterns in images, and I can actually even click on, let's see here. I think I can click right here. And it'll pull up more data. It'll tell me, here's a link to the site, whatever. I can start looking at the landing page. Here's the landing page that this ad clicks to. And then the process repeats. And I can do it on Facebook.
Well, what I was going to say too is look, success leaves clues, right? And so if someone's been spending money on an ad for, let's say, 3 months, people generally don't spend money on ads unless those ads are producing an ROI. So if success leaves clues, the same thing is true here, is you find these ads that have been producing results for a long period of time, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, which they tell you how long these people have been running these ads. And you try to, just like the previous kind of example with AdWords, is you try to collect as much data as you can. And then you're not going into battle blind. If you were to take on a yoga client or yoga studio, you have your AdWords stuff. You can use that free tool, SpyFu. You have this, right? And then the rest of it is kind of like tying it all together, which they'll kind of get into in just a bit. But I just want you guys to have that ring in the back of your head that success leaves clues. And especially it's true when it comes to paid advertising, because people aren't going to spend money unless it's bringing them an ROI, right? Not for long periods of time. They'll run out of it.
Exactly. They can't do it forever. And so again, yeah, success leaves clues. And again, this process, it all leads to one thing. What happens next after you deliver the value, after you deliver a lead? The job killing process. We showed you the graph, right? We all agreed and we all know that that is the process that we identified a few slides earlier. What's the next thing? You give value and then you land the client, right? So right there, again, kind of a shortcut, but that's the process. So that's the grassroots of this process.
So real quick, one quick question. I've seen tons of questions coming by, but it says, so this works for any business, right? And I want to answer this from my point of view. So, and this is why I feel like these guys are, some of the best in the game, and why I brought them on is because the answer is no. Like some things, AdWords is the game for it. And it's not, you don't just freaking jam a square peg through a round hole. Certain things Facebook ads are great for. Certain things AdWords are great for. These guys have done a lot of the testing on certain industries. Like I'll give you a good example, towing. I mean, just off the top of my head, I've never ran it, but I would say I would go AdWords versus Facebook ads, because I'm not going to, my car breaks down. The first thing I do is just jump on Facebook and start scrolling through the news feed. I'm freaking getting on my cell phone and I'm doing a quick search, which is going to be more AdWords driven. So I love what these guys have put together, simply because it's not this like one size fits all. Here's only Facebook ads training, or here's only AdWords. Did I say that already? Here's only AdWords training. Right. It's like one or the other, because different niches, different industries need different things. And some industries you can do both, right? And they'll talk about that, in a bit. But I just want to make sure people understand that, because I see so many people in the group that have kind of started dabbling. Maybe they got into Grant Wise's training, they learned real estate lead gen, and then they think like every niche you can run Facebook ads for, and it's true. It's actually, you're going to burn a lot of dough. So think about it. Think through, if you were in the situation and you were, you're going to buy, like towing as an example, what would you do? Would you go to Google and search, or would you go to Facebook and scroll to try to find a user for it. So like yoga is one of those things that, dude, you might have been feeling freaking chubby all day and you're like scrolling through the news feed and you're like, dude, that looks like I need to get myself into that because I haven't been feeling great. It's not necessarily so instantaneous search driven, right? So just use that kind of play devil's advocate a little bit when you're thinking about these two platforms. They're both incredibly powerful platforms, but it's not a one size fits all. So keep that in the back of your brain. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, and the easiest way I typically explain it to someone is AdWords or PPC in general, because guess what? A lot of things I showed you here on AdWords apply to Bing, no different. But bottom line is Google, pay per click is for the services that people know exist. It's the services and offers they know exist. They know it exists because they're going to go search for it. Like I know a tow truck exists, or I got a flat tire or whatever, I'm stranded. I know that there is a service out there called towing, and I'm just going to search for it. But for my yoga, I might not know that the yoga studio up the block is giving me a free trial for 7 days to come in and try their services. I don't know that, so I can't search for it, right? One in a million might say, I wonder if there's any free trial yoga offers around, in the block around me. Whatever. Even then, who knows what will pop up from there. But if I know from the business standpoint that, hey, I have this awesome offer for something that people might not be looking for, well, what's the best platform? Well, if they can't search it, I need to put it in front of them. Essentially like a digital billboard. That's where Facebook plays in. So as a marketer, your job isn't it's not a one size fits all. It's understanding and knowing, okay, for you, the best option to get you what's the thing you care about, results, leads, clients, is this service. The other crazy dog. I'm excited about this training here.
Your dog?
The last part of that is the other side of the hand is maybe I got a search-driven service that I know that will work better for you on the pay-per-click side of things. So it's really just boiling down, matching it up what's right for the business, not what you think can work.
I'll tell you straight up, like right off the top of my head, because I was in this space, just like I know you guys are going to kind of get into some of the Facebook local stuff as well, but like from the Facebook local stuff, I'll give you guys a good example of a way to find like tons of clients that you could kind of hone in. Groupon, Living Social, you're going to see the yoga studio doing big, deep discounts that would be great for like a Facebook local ad. You're going to find those different kind of industries in spaces like that are running those daily deals where it's more of like an impulse type of a purchase or an impulse type of a lead versus search type of lead. I'm not saying you can't use those in search as well, but there's a slew of clients that are looking for leads in like Groupons and Living Socials that are running their services at big discounts. And I think some of the stuff that they're going to touch on in a little bit later on will make sense to you on that point of view, whatever. I don't know. Keep it going. Sorry.
All right. I'm gonna hand over the screen to you, James.
All right, cool. How's your dog? Was that your dog?
Yeah, she's right here. She's all crazy. Every time the doorbell rings, she's all crazy.
All right, let me grab my screen. All right, cool. So, dude, that is like nuggets. I'm watching these comments come in, and it's just awesome to see. Like when you're sharing stuff that works, it's just awesome to see like the reactions that people have.
Hey, one last thing. I'm gonna give away another $3,000 in Vegas tickets. Okay, so Earl McAdoo, Aubin LaBrose, Charles Starr, Vegas tickets on me. Boom.
Booyah.
More to come. I got more coming. I got
Cool.
a nice little list. I've been checking it twice, seeing who's paying attention on there.
Dude, I bet you this thing is maxed out to 300. Like there's definitely people who can't get in.
No, I've been answering them in Facebook. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Anyway,
it's crazy. All right, cool. All right. So cool. So this is basically the things he went through. I'm not going to kind of go through it, but I want to know how many kind of feel like this, right? A little bit like shocked, like, wow, this is pretty awesome. A little bit maybe like, oh, I'm a little overwhelmed. Because this is exactly how I felt and how you should feel in the moment right now, because, he went through it. It's hard to learn all at once, and it makes total sense. So I understand why you might feel like that. And a lot of people probably have a lot of questions. And probably they're going to pertain to some of these things because there are some problems. Let's be transparent here. There are some problems with this, with doing it this way. And that's, first of all, a lot of people here don't have that pay-per-click training to be able to kind of go and do that, right? From what you just watched, it's going to be difficult to just go and replicate that. Facebook ads training, again, a lot of people probably have bought Grant's, and Grant is, look, I've known Grant now for a couple months. I saw him at an event about 2 weeks ago. Dude, that guy is killer. And I knew he was killer because Dan wouldn't have brought him on here if he wasn't, right? I mean, how many people have actually been able to speak into the Job Killing group? This is a tight-knit, group that Dan doesn't let anybody speak. So, dude, Grant is awesome. And the cool thing about Grant, his stuff is geared toward real estate, and he's the best at that. But Job Killers, again, Job Killers is local niches. Local niches is something that you need to learn how to do Facebook ads training for, Facebook ads for, all right? And another big problem is finding the right targeting. Finding the right landing pages. Do any of you have those kind of questions? Like, okay, great. You showed us one that works. You know it works because you've tested it and stuff like that. But how many have, how many of you out there can say, oh, I know what a converting landing page looks like, or I know what keywords to use in my ads. I have to actually move my thing is blocking my summary here. Sorry. There we go. Right? So these are some of the problems. And to get these things, to get that right targeting, to get the landing pages to convert, to know those proper keywords, yeah, it has the free tools, but there's sometimes a little bit more to that. And it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money, and it takes a lot of experience. And that's what Jason and I have gone through over the last 8, 9, 10 months. And even through the past years, even though it wasn't specific to this, but we've been down the road. We have the experience. We've spent the $2 million and $150,000 on Facebook ads to give us the experience to know and already be in the niches that we know work and are profitable. Okay. So let me ask this question. Now that you know there are problems, do you think that if you had access to the exact landing pages that convert, that you can do what we just showed you as well? Do you think that if you had the exact keywords that bring in leads, that you can do what we just showed you? Do you think if you had the exact ad copy that gets actually clicked and not just wasting your money, do you think you can do this? And if you had the exact targeting that brings in actual leads, all right, so that targeting that brings in leads without having to spend the money to test it, do you think that you can do this too? And if you had the exact step-by-step, over-the-shoulder process to launch pay-per-click campaigns like what Jason just showed, to launch Facebook campaigns that actually work and that are geared toward the niches that you want to get into, do you think you could make this work? How many think that if everything was given to you that we showed you, the landing pages, the keywords, the ad copy, the targeting, the training to go with it, that you could do exactly what Jason and I have built over the last 9 to 10 months? How many people think? Put a yes in there. How many people think that you can do this? I can't see that.
One thing I can't. Yeah, I'm not looking. Yeah, one thing I was gonna say, that this has always kind of rang true with me is when we started Job Killing. You'll remember this. We told everyone to go into the limousine niche, and it was amazing to see how many people had success in the limousine niche. In fact, I think we're probably responsible for probably the most limousine leads in the nation at this point collectively as a Job Killing group. So it was just that targeted focus. And then, 3 years later, I bring Grant in and he trains one specific focus, right? Which was real estate, Facebook ads for real estate. And then you see all these people blowing it up. I see, cause I'm part of his group. There's, 350 plus Job Killers generating leads, but it was that concerted focus. I think one of the biggest questions that I get every day for the last 3.5 years is niche. Because when I removed limo out of being the niche that I pushed everyone into, niching became a thing where people would stumble upon, right? Because they would go, well, okay, yeah, I get the checklist, which 3.0 has an even better checklist for niching, but it's still, you question yourself, right? And I know you know this because we've both been in good niches and we've both been in bad niches. And so I think there's the concerted knowing like, here's what the page looks like, here's what the keywords look like, or here's what the Facebook ad looks like, and here's what the landing page, and here's, like those things, that concerted of not having to think so much and more just putting it into action. For many people, from now coaching over 3,000 plus folks all over the world, that seems to be the biggest stumbling block that I see people run into. And for me, it's not the easiest thing to solve inside Job Killing with search, because there is a little bit more to search, as one market could be way more competitive than another, and paid, it's a little bit more scientific. You can go and look at the keywords that they're targeting. You can go and look at the landing page that they're running it to. And so that's the thing I do, even though I'm not a paid guy in the sense of that's not what I train, that's not what I breathe and live. I see the scientific nature of it once you're given a specific niche and the keywords and the words not to go after and the landing page, so all that stuff that you're talking about, that's kind of what's resonating with me as the coach behind the scene that gets the questions every day. So keep going. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes when you direct people and you give them a step-by-step process, that's where you start to get the results. And the crazy thing is that the reason why Jason and I put this together was not because let me introduce it first, right? So Jason and I put together something called the Local Marketing Vault. It is everything that we just talked about and more, okay, for 18 local niches, all right? And most of these niches and I'll go through what they are in a little bit. Most of these 18 niches, a lot of people in the Job Killing group are in, want to go into, have gone into in the past, maybe succeeded, maybe didn't. So in the vault, we call it the vault because we basically give you all these 18 niches. And let me just give you some examples, like electricians and HVAC. How many people are in the electrician niche or the HVAC niche or the dental implant niche? Personal injury lawyer niche, which is as profitable as you get. And a lot more.
Every personal injury attorney wants leads. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah. Every personal, right?
And it's not the hardest thing to rank for in the world, but
yeah. And you know what? Following this system, you don't even really need to rank for them. That's the beauty of it, and still make a boatload of money, right? You saw that check in the beginning. Okay, that check came from one of these niches. And the cool thing is that in the vault, and we call it the vault because we don't just give you, hey, here's a landing page. We're giving you the ad copy for every single one of these niches. We're giving you the landing pages like we showed you. I saw some comments like, oh, that's great. How do you, I have, I don't remember what the niche was, but they asked, how do I know what landing page to use? We give it to you. We give you the exact same landing pages and ad copy that we're using today, yesterday, and in the future, okay? We give you the keyword targeting. Jason went through his quick pay-per-click training, and, we already know what keywords to target because we are in those niches. And then we give you the traffic source. This is huge, and Dan nailed this on the head. Can you imagine running Facebook ads for a towing company? And by the way, I've seen it done. And it's just like, oh, yeah, losing money day in and day out.
Just blowing it.
Yeah, blowing money. And it goes an opposite way, too, for pay-per-click. All right? So this is cool. So this is the Local Marketing Vault. We have our overview video, and we actually over here have bonus trainings. You can see here you have the Franchise Funnel 101 training, the Facebook Ads 101 training, the pay-per-click 101 training. We go more into depth in these trainings than what we just went through on now. And you saw the value that Jason just dropped with just 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We got a whole training on that. And the most wonderful thing, I told Dan I was going to talk about this, was that you don't need 40 videos to run Facebook ads. Okay, it burns my bridges when somebody comes out with a course, and it's cool, I understand, Facebook ads courses, and then it's like, oh, they hammer like, dude, I got 50 videos. Dude, it's not that difficult to run if you're concentrated on running Facebook ads for a specific niche. You don't need to know all the other stuff. You just need to know what works. Over here, we have small business funnels. I don't know can you see the actual words on here, guys?
It actually says the small bus funnel, but I just,
hey, whatever. It was too long.
We see the stuff on the left, the actual words of funnels and stuff are hard to see. You have to call it out.
HVAC, home care funnel, gym or fitness funnel, spa, facial wellness center, hair salon. That's a good one. I need that one.
Yeah. But Dan, you're lucky. You got all that air on your head.
Dental implant clean, auto home loan insurance funnels, auto and home, which is like a financial planner, annuity funnels. And then the agency, the big ones, roofing, personal injury funnel, divorce funnel, pain management funnel. Well, you teach us how to get a divorce?
I can say attorney, yeah.
I teach you what to do. Mortgage buyer and refinance funnels.
Oh, God.
Good
You guys
stuff.
are funny. Yeah,
So
dude.
talk about the difference of these two. Like small businesses, like you kind of, I think you were telling me this earlier, but they kind of, they fit in towards more of like a smaller ticket. They're not going to be,
Yeah.
$2,000 a month, which helps people with pricing because pricing is a big issue for a lot of people.
Okay, so it's funny because I had the pricing on these of what you should be charging, and I took them off because somebody pinged me and they're like, dude, it looks like you're charging that amount per month. And I'm like, oh God, no, that's not what it is. But so small business packages, that's like anywhere between $500 and $1,000 a month. You can charge to run ads for these guys.
Separate from ad spend.
Right, separate from ad spend. Whenever I mention what we charge, it never includes the ad spend. Right? They pay their own ads. We don't pay that stuff. In the growth package, that's about $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And the agency package, which is really, to be completely honest with you, the game change. I mean, all these are game changers, but we get a lot of pings for the agency packages, and they're anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000 a month. Okay, so, and they could go a lot more.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the agency stuff, because I had one of the top job killers come to me, I think 2 or 3 months ago, and I ended up referring them to you guys, and it was an agency, and that specific person's client was upwards of $30,000-$40,000 a month. It's not Corey Long either. Another job killer. It's not as loud in the group. Kind of sits behind. Came to me and said, "Hey, I got this big client. I'm doing a lot of good stuff, but I need to pour more gasoline, and this must be. I can see the niche in there." But that, I mean, so it doesn't have to cap out at that because obviously that's a big client. But you're just trying to give people engagement. So real quick, kind of just a lot of people are asking, like, can they use their Weebly? Are they using their Weebly lead gen sites? Like, how are they building this stuff out? And I know that you guys have really simplified that process. So can you like at least briefly touch on it? So because it's been asked like a bazillion times.
Yeah, I mean, we use, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it. We use something called ClickFunnels. It's just a landing page well, it's more than a landing page software. It's like a whole suite of stuff. So there's no need to have your emails and all that stuff. But it's drag and drop, kind of like Weebly. And it is just an amazing tool.
It's drag and drop, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought this is what you told me, but isn't it, you guys have already built these things out in the layouts, everything for the niches and everything, and they just click one button and it sucks it into their account and it's already built for them and they just got to change the
phone. One-click build on these. So basically, like you said, everything's already built. We've already done the testing. This isn't like theory and say, hey, here's something cool to start with. These are exactly what we're using today. And so it's as simple as pushing one button and that funnel. So say, any of these funnels, all of them work the same way. You push a button. Like, for example, there in the electrician, in the picture that we see, you see that little red button underneath that middle video that says, get the electrician franchise funnel. You click that button and it literally pulls the entire landing page already pre-built into your account.
So ClickFunnels, I think that they have, because they're going to give you guys some funnels for free tonight for being on the webinar like we promised. They're going to give you a real estate investing funnel. Mm-hmm. Nationwide spent money on, not real estate like in the retail sense, but for investors. So this would be for people that you see those signs around town that says we buy homes for cash. So there's a lot of people looking for leads for that. So it's a pretty cool niche. So they're going to give you that. And then they're going to give you, I think, the towing one as well with all the keywords and whatnot for that. And you get a 14-day trial with ClickFunnels if you don't already have it. They have a button for you. And for them doing this and giving you those away for free, I believe it is an affiliate link that you will get paid if they end up signing up for ClickFunnels. So go through their link because they're going to give you two of their funnels for free. So when you get access to this on these free funnels, there'll be a link underneath. Just go through Jason and James's link because it will help them out if you end up signing up for ClickFunnels. And how much is ClickFunnels if they wanted to have it? Is it like $50, $100? What is it?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like 97 a month for the base. I think they might have one just below that. I'm not sure. We're on like the enterprise, so we're like way, way, way above that simply because of we have a massive amount. But I want to say it's tops like 97.
Either way, you get the 14-day free trial to try some of these funnels out that they're going to give you guys. But regardless, use their link because that at least helps them out if you end up getting something in the future. Okay, so let's keep moving along. We're going to answer some questions too. You don't need the more expensive one. Michelle asked if you ended up getting ClickFunnels. You definitely don't, unless you get up into theirs, and then it's not expensive anymore when you have $75,000 a month clients. But when you're first getting started, I know you got to freaking bootstrap it. You know, every dollar counts, and so yeah.
Yep. So cool. Yeah. And so in the local marketing vault, you got your trainings on the left, you got your funnels all broken out. And if this is the electrician franchise overview if you see in the middle, that's where when you click on electrician funnel, this is what you're brought up, right? I couldn't get the whole screen, but you can see here is the overview video, right? So we talk about the franchise funnel for electrician. Over here, we have the landing page training, right? So we just kind of go through like, all right, you click the link, you get it in your account, and then we just say, these are just the few spots that you need to change in order to gear it toward your future client, current client, whatever client you would might be wanting to run it for. And then, of course, like what we've gone through, the traffic training. Should you use it on Facebook? Should you use it on pay-per-click? Should you use it on both, right? We didn't even talk about that. There's some niches where you could run both and just get amazing, amazing results.
Are they the same funnels generally, or are they different?
Yeah.
Are they generally the same funnels, or are they different? Like
No. Yeah, I'll hit that. I was about to address that actually because so each one's specific. So the electrician will have its own training. So like James said, the overview, it's a complete details about the campaign, kind of what it's trying to accomplish. There's actually some stats in there, like the average cost per click that you can expect, conversion rates. Basically, we call them selling stats. Essentially, everything you need to know on how these funnels convert so that when you are talking to a client, like you can talk confidently. Like you can talk confidently. How many times have you ever talked to a client and said, yeah, but how does this work? Have you ever done this before? Well, here we give you all the proven stats, all the campaigns, so you can talk confidently about it. And the landing page training, it's specific to that. So each of these funnels is different. The electrician funnel doesn't look like, the dental cleaning or implant funnel, or, and that doesn't look like the gym funnel. They're all different. And so that's why we give you this basic training here. Everything is pre-built, but there's a few things you're going to change. You're going to add in your own call tracking number, maybe change out a logo. So we show you that. We show you how to tailor each specific landing page, to make it custom for you. And then in the traffic training, exactly like James said, if it's a PPC campaign, we tell you about it. We tell you the stats. And then we show you all the ads, all the keywords, all the targeting. If it's a Facebook campaign, we tell you about that. We tell you how it converts, what the average cost per lead is. We show you the actual ad, like the exact image, the exact ad copy that you use. We tell you the targeting. We actually show it to you. Here's exactly what you target. It's complete. And so imagine this, every single one of those funnels has their own. So again, like that's why James, we alluded to as a franchise funnel, each little thing has their own little system, like their own training around it. It's essentially like you're getting 18 complete like courses on that specific niche.
Are you guys going to add to this? This is a question that comes in like, with JK, we just kind of keep adding stuff to the table. Like, are you planning on adding other things? I know you don't just add randomly because we've talked about that where it's like, oh, let's just add one in. You want to know it's not a failure first. Yeah. You guys plan on adding more niches to this? What's your plan?
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's actually a lot of franchise funnels that we thought about maybe adding that we didn't, simply because we're still running them and we're still fleshing them out. So, there is the process. What I just showed you, and we know it, no matter what niche it is, not everything works on the first try, right? And so our whole premise with the local marketing vault is to only put things in there that are literally successful, that we literally can produce money with, That way you're not wasting the time on the testing. We're like, hey, you know what? We came up with a great idea, because that's what you usually get. Like if you went and bought a template, think about it, like a WordPress template or something like that, anything. You'll buy a template of anything. It's just something someone built. Say, hey, I think this is good. Here, you can buy it. What we've done is we said, here's what works.
Yeah. I want to give away 2 Vegas tickets. We got a lot of people that we're going to keep going as far as answering questions. We can pull up some other funnels in Facebook and things like that. I know some people have been on for quite a bit now, over an hour, and people got some questions here. So Vegas right now, I'm going to give Isaiah Fletcher a ticket and Peter Wallach a ticket. And I got 3 more tickets I'm going to give away. So stay tuned here. Why don't you guys kind of get into, like, if people want to get into this training, I know you guys have put a freaking ton of effort in, as well as millions of dollars in ad spend into this. So this isn't just 2 guys that, as you guys can see, that went through a Facebook ads course and then threw up a Facebook ads course. Like, it's very well put together. The only reason I bring guys like this on, and hopefully they've demonstrated that to you. So kind of James or Jason, walk them through, if they want to get into this, how they can get in, as well as the bonus trainings that we're going to give away to everyone just for being on this webinar tonight. Kind of walk us through that stuff.
Okay. So you want me to skip over to that?
Yeah, skip over that. Yeah, I think they got a pretty good idea of what the call entails. So there's no need, beat a dead.
Yeah,
I'd like to get to Q&A tonight too.
Yeah, I know it's getting late. All right, cool. So I'll literally just going to skip all this stuff. So again, I want to kind of I just want to hit what they're getting here. Okay. So we've talked about how in the Vault, we have our franchise funnels. We call them franchise funnels because it's a franchise. It's like a McDonald's, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So again, we're giving you the ad copy of all 18, if you end up choosing this package, all 18 local funnels. We're going to give you the landing pages that we use, the keyword targeting, the proven traffic sources, Facebook, pay-per-click, or both, selling stats. Okay, so you already have that, and how much a client is worth. I get that question all the time. So we're going to actually give all that to you. All right, and then we're going to give you the pay-per-click training. All right, this is
No, it's important. I want to point out just super quick that this PPC training and this Facebook ads training is separate from the local. So each franchise funnel has their own traffic training, but we also give you basic PPC training, basic Facebook ads training, so that you know what buttons to push. And this isn't like theory or some strategy training that, most courses are, that are just like 40 videos of, great, here's theoretically what you should do. Make your copywriting like that. No, this is the exact buttons that you push. This is geared totally to local marketers like you and like us, right? What do we need to push and what do we need to do to execute these campaigns, right? That's what we give you. The strategy and the copy, that's already built into the franchise funnels. You see the strategy with each of the funnels. This basic training, this gives you, hey, what buttons do I push? How do I run the campaigns? How do I execute any of the franchise funnels that I end up picking up?
I think one thing, I'll just point something out, and I don't want to belabor this because I know people are saying they want to kind of know what's up. But you can run AdWords in the past, and you could do one thing. It could be the headline you used, and the headline alone could change the conversion rate. I'll tell you that for a fact. If you said, hey, 90% off towing when you call right now versus, hey, we have really nice tow trucks, which one's going to convert better, right? So everything, and I want to hammer that home too, because the same thing is true on your lead gen sites. You guys know if someone puts a sexy offer, your carpet cleaning guy does, 3 rooms and a hallway for $39.99, that's going to sell a heck of a lot better, convert a heck of a lot better, and generate a lot more leads than the guy that does, for $399, right? So the same thing is true, which is really important to point out, because when you spend $2 million in AdWords, and I don't know how much you spend in Facebook ads, but when you spend that much money, you figure out words and phrases and certain things that end up converting better than others. And that's stuff that needs to be passed on, because you can really, quote unquote, shit the bed if you don't with your money. So
exactly. And I skipped over a lot of stuff because I think everybody here has kind of gotten to the point. I want to point, this is a very important slide, because how many here would pay 11 grand for this 2-page website? It would be nobody.
Not me.
Nobody would ever do it. But the crazy thing is, and I just want to put this in perspective. All right. This 2-page site made us over $200,000 and counting. All right. So now if I put it in perspective and I say, who here would pay 11 grand to make 200 grand? Everybody would say yes, right?
Great ROI.
And that's exactly why. So Dan and I, and look, this is the worst part about this. I hate this part. You guys know I hate selling, and we tried to figure out what, and we worked with Dan because, Dan wants us to come in here and add value to you guys and make sure that whatever we're offering tonight is going to make you guys a boatload of money, but it also has to be affordable to everybody out there. All right. So to the general public outside of Job Killing, it's going to be $5,000 easily. And you guys, I know everybody here maybe you can't afford the $5,000, but you know that the value is there. But for you guys tonight, for all 18 franchise funnels, all right, we're offering it for $1,997. All right. Now, a lot of you guys might say, oh man, I can't, I don't know if I can afford that. And that's why for you guys, all right, you special job killers, we are going to offer you guys packages. All right. So if maybe you can't afford the agency package, maybe you can only afford the small business package. So we're going to give you not only are you going to get the 2 bonus ones, all right, you're going to also, for the small business package, it costs $697, and you get 6 franchise funnels. And the cool thing is that any purchase you make tonight is going to open up the franchise funnel training, the Facebook ads training, and the pay-per-click training. All right. So if you want to go with the growth package, all right, these are higher end niches. You're going to get the growth package, which is dental implant cleaning, auto home insurance, and financial planning and annuity. And you're going to get the small business package. And then, guys, like I said in the last slide, if you want to go no holds bar, $1,997, you get all 18. Dude, this is like $1 million. This is like a $5 million business here with all these niches.
Hey, quick question for you, because this keeps coming up. What's the support like with you guys? Like, do they get into a Facebook group like Job Killing, answers to questions? Like, what's that look like?
Yeah.
We have a Facebook group that they're going to go into. Okay. And so they can ask questions in there. We're there all the time. To be completely honest with you, we're going to, we're going to eventually, for all the buyers, we're going to do a weekly call. Just kind of get up there, support everybody, ask questions, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, guys, and I want to hit this before, if people are still on here, maybe some of them can't afford this. All right. You can, if you just need one funnel, we're also selling them a la carte. All right. So if you want to grab just one funnel, you're going to go to this page, localmarketingvault.com/order. And what that's going to do is you'll see what the offers are. And if you still are not 100% sure, there's a button all the way down below. You could check that button out.
Yeah, I think it's important to notice that whether you got the agency package or the a la carte, you still get all those bonus trainings, the franchise funnel trainings, how to set up, how to do the basic setups within the landing page, how to set up, your domains, all that stuff. We just walk you through it. Real easy. You get that with any of the purchases. You also get the Facebook ads training, again, geared towards local marketing. We show you how to run several different campaigns, what buttons to push. We also give you the PPC training, which is, again, what buttons to push, exactly what kind of campaigns, all those, that the quotation marks I was putting around the keywords, would give you all that training, all the keyword match types, how to run ads. We give you all that no matter what you buy, because we want to equip you with the knowledge so that whenever you get into your funnel, then it's as simple as, hey, okay, now I know what to do. Now I just got to apply in these keywords and these ads, give you everything.
So the quick questions are, how long are you guys going to keep it open for? And I know the answer. You're going to keep it open until midnight tomorrow, is what the plan is, at least for the first wave of people.
Yeah.
And secondly, I believe it was the first 25 people. This is a big one, guys. The first 25 people that end up getting the, what was the big one? The agency? What was the
agency? Yeah.
They have a $5,000 mortgage. Is it $5,000 mortgage broker or is it $3,000 mortgage broker?
Well, right now it's 3.
Okay. A $3,000 mortgage broker. You remember that slide of James back in 2014? They've created an entire mortgage broker training, like fully in depth, just in this one thing. They sell it direct to mortgage brokers. And they're going to give that away to the first 25 people that jump in on the agency package. What did I say?
Yep.
Agency package. So just, I negotiated that for you guys, by the way. Thank you.
Yes, you did.
And also, I mean, also point out there's more training coming, so that's only going to get bigger. All that bonus training. There's a few extra trainings that are coming. That's going to be completely free for anyone who purchases any of the franchise funnels. And then back to the other original question, are we be adding more? As we continue to test out, we already have a couple lined up that we're just vetting some of the last details. That at least monthly, the goal is to add at least one more new funnel that can be available. And we're working out the details. How is that going to work? Maybe the agency buyers, they get those at an extreme discount to add those to their package.
I think something too I talked to James about is, I know a lot of you guys have pre-existing clients in maybe other niches, and being able to bring those niches to these guys specifically for help, right? So let's say you have a client I saw a chiropractor as an example. So you have a chiropractor client, and maybe you're just doing SEO for them, and you want to kind of get this kind of gasoline poured onto that deal. Bring that deal to these guys and let them help you with the funnels for both PPC and for Facebook, right? And then that will give them more fuel to be able to add more funnels into their entire program. So I think with the crowdsourcing of everyone that's in the group with clients you guys probably already had that you can go back for second money, bring those to these guys and let guys that have spent millions of dollars in ads be your guys' guides on this stuff. And then that will give the rest of the group collectively more funnels to dip and wet their beaks into. Okay?
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just came up with that. So,
no, and like I said, we have a slew of funnels, if you will, that will be added. So yeah, any suggestion, we're always going to be taking those. And I'll say that chiropractor is definitely one of the ones coming. I will say also in the agency package, there's a pain management funnel that I talk about in there that we make a lot of money off that, but I identify that it's a dual, like you can literally use that funnel for chiropractors as well and skip out all the fancy stuff like people try to do with ebooks and all this other crazy stuff. You can go direct and get chiro clients using that funnel, but we are going to have something specific to chiros.
Yeah, and real quick, because I keep seeing this link is not only to the agency package. This link is for the a la carte, anything you want. And by the way, you could purchase more than one a la carte. So,
but also, how do they get their free bonus too? Do they go to that link as well? They're going to have to create an account regardless. How does everyone get their bonuses?
You know what? Let me pull it up. I think I could do that.
Yeah, go to the order form, James. You can show them where that is.
All right, I'm going to pull the.
Glenn asks, "Is there payment plans?" Not as of right now. That's not as of right now. No.
We may offer at some point, but not right now. No.
A la carte will be always available. Correct.
Let me go here to share, new share.
You guys got other questions? All right.
Well? So here's the order form. Again, we kind of go through which ones you get. Agency package gets all of them. Growth package gets everything, the growth and the small business. And then the small business package just gets the small business. Here are the a la cartes. All right. So you just got to click it, enter your information on the left and the right. And then if you guys want to, there's a free account button down here to get your bonuses.
Also, people keep asking, can they upgrade? The way you'd upgrade is at these prices. You probably wouldn't see it. So if you bought the $697, then you'd add these other ones in as your upgrades. So
yeah. So the cool thing is that if you, let's say you buy the agency package and then you're like, dude, this is dope. And you want to get maybe a
small business.
Small business. So these prices aren't going to change. All right. So we're not going to do any sort of false, like, increasing the price. So if you buy $697 and you want to get to the growth in the local marketing vault, there'll be a button. You can't miss it. That'll say upgrade to growth, and you'll just pay the difference. That's all.
That's cool. Questions, other questions?
Here, let me answer one that I just saw. So if you bought the bonus funnels should be on your left side. So I don't know if somebody just didn't see that.
Yeah, they'll be labeled as free. You'll see them in the free.
So question about the AdWords coupons. Remember, a lot of this stuff isn't done with AdWords coupons, right? So you could maybe start one off with AdWords coupons, but when you start running Facebook ads on PPC on a high level, you're going to figure out the math. And I was just showing James the what'saleadworth.com, where the lead value calculator is, and how you can use this with PPC and figure out the math on these deals before you do them. You might spend that AdWords coupon to figure out the math on what you're getting a lead for, and then you can price accordingly. So,
yeah.
First 25 people, these guys have a program they sell directly to mortgage brokers. Think like Grant Wise's real estate training, how awesome that is. They sell this directly to mortgage brokers. So in a sideways or a vertical niche. So the first 25 will get that grab the what was it again? Franchise? Agency, my bad.
I saw somebody that said, can they somehow only get the Facebook ads and PPC? I mean, those trainings are worth like $1,000 each easily. So just go and buy, either get a package or get an a la carte, maybe just get anything and you're going to get them. So buy anything.
They get those bonuses.
And if they buy anything tonight or within the next 24 hours, they're going to get access to all 3 of those trainings. These are killer trainings.
Cool.
Yeah, and there's more coming there, and they get access to the free or to the bonus ones as well. So
another one came in here. If you want to buy something, you don't click that blue button on the bottom. You don't click the take a peek and create a free account. If you want to buy something, this button right here, I got like 3 of those that popped up.
Yeah, so just click whichever package you want. Make sure that Other questions, guys. How would you do Facebook ads for a nutrition program?
What kind of what kind of nutrition?
Yeah, just like in general. What kind of doc?
Yes, answer that. And then someone just asked, what is the free bonus? Jake asked. So the free bonus, you guys are going to get 2 funnels for free. You're going to get the towing one, since I know a lot of people have towing sites in JK, and you guys are going to get a real estate investor funnel. And you get that by going to the bottom of that page. You're going to get it regardless. So it's at the very bottom of that page he was on. I'll post the link again. Or someone could post it for me. Here we go.
I'm actually going to – there you go. I'm going to go in here and show you guys what the let me just check this out real quick.
Yeah. Based on well, I'm going to put you guys a little bit on the spot. It's a little negotiation tactic. You guys, I don't know where you're at, but would you guys extend the bonus for anyone that buys today? Anyone that buys the agency package, that they can get your mortgage, so we don't have to keep answering where are we at, but anyone that grabs the agency package today gets your guys' mortgage course, entire mortgage training. You guys down?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. I mean, if someone wants to get in the agency, yeah, we'll hook them up.
So then I don't have to answer that anymore. How many we got? Everyone gets it. If you grab it by midnight tonight, the agency, everyone's gonna get that mortgage course, mortgage training.
And also, please, that give us 24 to 48 hours to get you into the mortgage bonus, because there's it's and I'm going to share this with you guys right now just so you can
inside the vault.
Yeah, I'm in the vault now, but I'm going to show them the mortgage, the bonus for the
yeah.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, so dude, this is killer. This was built for mortgage loan officers. Okay, so they can run their own ads. And then we were getting so many requests from marketers that were like, how are you guys doing so well in mortgage industry? What are you guys doing? And they were like, all right, we'll just give them the same training. And it's been amazing. It's setting up your lead. And the cool thing about this, and I'm going to let Jason talk quickly about it, because is that we have the client getting funnel. That is the biggest thing that these guys want, is the client getting funnel. How do you get the clients for the mortgages, right? So, Jason, you want to also talk about that with the local marketing too?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Mortgage Marketing Mastery is an amazing program. I mean, I can't talk enough about it, but that's not what this is about. One of the key things that James talked about is the client getting funnel. So we literally have an automated funnel that we run that books calls for us with loan officers, right? Gets them on the phone. We don't even talk to them until they book the call. And we're getting these leads as cheap as like $9. Like it's ridiculous, right? It just not because we're geniuses, but because we've been around long enough to test and figure out what works. Okay. And so bottom line is a lot of people was like, well, how do we get these loan officers? Well, guess what? We figured it out. We cracked the code. That is purely, step-by-step how to set that up in the Mortgage Marketing Mastery Program. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, use the same funnel for several other niches, realtors, insurance agents. It works. We kind of nailed a solid formula. So I can't talk enough about that, to the point I was almost considering pulling that thing out and selling it on its own.
So I understand this correctly. So you're saying, as far as like, here's the training on how this, so this is like what you would sell to a mortgage broker, say if they wanted to generate their own leads, or to a marketer that wants to generate their own leads. Yeah. You also have the training of how you acquire the mortgage broker to reach out to you and schedule a call because they want leads.
Exactly. When we opened it up to marketers, we added the piece in there so that the marketers would know how do you get a mortgage client? Well, we added that training in there. So yeah, this was initially built to have mortgage loan officers go through. And we have several mortgage loan officers that have went through that program and gave it nothing but high praise. But we opened it up to marketers recently, actually. And we added in that funnel. And we literally just got I think in the same page that a lot of people are jumping into there, there's a testimonial from a dude who just like, he's knocking it out of the park with his book calls. I think he's getting for like $5, like actual real, like he had just gotten off the phone and decided to do a testimonial for us. I didn't even ask for it. But booking calls. So yeah, we added that in, and that's for marketers to use to get clients. This one's specifically for mortgage. But again, he's applying it now to his other niches. He's a general marketer, just like us, digital marketer. And so, it's a pretty solid funnel.
Okay. So quick, everyone's asking, just so we can clear up where the free funnels are. Can you guys go back to that screen, show everyone where the free funnels are, the towing and the real estate investor funnel that everyone's getting for free for being on here tonight? Can you guys show that where that's at?
Yeah. Can you just go into the vault, James?
Yeah, I just was. Where'd it go? Hold on one second. I was just in here.
How much, quick question while you're doing that, how much do you really need to spend daily on AdWords with the mortgage funnel to be worthwhile?
For the client getting mortgage funnel?
I don't know. It's just,
to answer that question, the easiest way possible is each of these funnels, we actually put, we actually tell you what we recommend as minimum ad spend for every single one of these funnels. Now, for our mortgage, if someone's talking about the mortgage client getting funnel, that one we run that $5 a day on Facebook. We don't use PPC at all for that.
What's your cost per lead for a mortgage broker? You said it was $9 to get them to reach out to you. What's your cost per lead to get a mortgage lead on average for the mortgage
to actually get them on the call?
No. To get a lead for the mortgage broker.
For the mortgage broker on Facebook, we're getting those as cheap as $5 a pop. On AdWords, we're one of the few people. I'll go ahead and brag. And this is in the agency. These same funnels are in the agency package. Just that we go into a lot more detail in the Mortgage Marketing Mastery Program. Plus, there's an extra funnel there that we didn't bring here. But bottom line is, you'll see it in this agency training in the mortgage buyer and refi funnels. We get buyers as cheap as $5. These are long form mortgage leads. These aren't like, so maybe some folks are familiar with Grant's training where he shows you how to get the email and the phone number. We're getting email, phone number, name, credit score, what property they want to buy, when they're thinking about buying. I mean, they're like 15 questions long. Those leads we're generating as cheap as $5 on Facebook and as cheap as $20 on AdWords.
Okay, cool. Question came up again. How do we know if we're in the first 25 to get the mortgage funnel? They just extended it. They're going to give the mortgage funnel out till the end of the night to everyone. So they're not going to cap it at 25. If
you bought the agency package.
They were going to cap it for the first 25. Did a little on the spot negotiation. You got till midnight tonight.
Midnight
tonight for the bonus, for this bonus. You have everything will stay open till tomorrow night at midnight.
Yeah. I'm gonna Jason, I'm gonna read this one to you just so we can get this answered really quick because she's posted it, I think, or he posted it a couple times. It's the meal plan program. Jim offers over the course of a month or 3 months. They offer free 3 days to get people into the door. He wants to run Facebook ads. Again, Facebook ads is all about the offer. What are you offering to them? How are you interrupting them to say, whoa, I want to look at that. All right. It has to be a major offer. It has to be, a free, like our yoga one is a free lesson of yoga. See, and it's also, in the free yoga one is because somebody might say, well, I don't understand. How could you offer free yoga if they're not making any money? It's about getting them in the door. Because once they're in the door, like 60% for our clients, 60% of them are getting into the yoga package, the $97 a month package or the $197 a month package. It's all about getting them into the door. So it's all about your offer.
Right.
To answer.
That's why I was saying a really good way to find or run easy ads is go to Groupon, and you're going to see them discounting their stuff. So you already know their game for putting sexy offers out. And then you run some of these funnels that these guys have put together. And then you have SEO to sell them on the back end. You got, all the stuff we train you in JK. You got PPC if it makes sense for the niche. And then you got the Facebook stuff and the group and the support and what have you. Let me give some more Vegas tickets away. Bridget Stringfellow, Vegas ticket. Chris Stinson, Vegas ticket. Bobby Malo, Vegas ticket. Carlo Critero, Vegas ticket. I'm going to give some more stuff away, though. But do you guys have any questions for these guys? I know we didn't do much Q&A. I plan on giving some more stuff away here. Do you guys have some more questions that you guys want to ask these guys?
I'm kind of going through over here, too.
Well, real quick, I'll look through here also, James, but show them, make sure they understand and see
Chris,
where the
Chris has asked this a lot. Let me ask this question. In the training, do you teach how to ensure the ad is at the top of Google? He said basically when he's called AdWords, they're horrible at supporting them.
Yeah, absolutely. I talk about it in the PPC training. I tell you where the ideal positions are, and I show you how to find that out and how to adjust if you're not.
Okay, cool. JJ, are you doing weekly calls or just Facebook group? Are you guys doing weekly calls or just Facebook group?
Yeah, we're gonna within the next couple weeks, we're going to start the weekly calls. Just again, this comes down to making sure that everybody who's in this is succeeding, right? The more they succeed, the more we succeed. So we want to make sure that we are delivering that value. We're coming up with that. Jason and I have been talking about that. We don't have an exact date when it'll start, but it will start.
Okay.
I just seen another question. I think that might have got answered or asked quite a few times too. Yes, any purchase, even if you get the a la carte, even one a la carte funnel, if you pick that up, it comes with the PPC 101, the Facebook ads 101, and the franchise funnel 101 training that you see on the left. Plus, you can see there that the free franchise funnels, you can see exactly where they are. There's the towing and the real estate investor. And you can see exactly where exactly right there. So yeah, you get all that training, all that bonus training with any purchase, whether you get the small business or you just get an a la carte funnel.
Yep. So here are the free trainings, guys. I know some people, it's on the left side. It's called free franchise funnels. So even if you went in there and created an account and didn't buy anything, these should be here. If they're not, let me know. But we've tested this like 5 dozen times.
Yeah, they're there for sure. Yeah. And for each of those, the towing, you get the same funnel training that you get if you buy any of the other ones. So meaning the towing one, you'll see the overview video, you'll see exactly how to set up the landing page video, the funnel, how you create it, and then you'll get the traffic training. So yeah, it comes with the complete training. The only thing it doesn't come with, if you don't buy anything, you just come in for the free funnels, you won't get the Facebook ads 101 or the PPC 101 or the franchise funnel 101 training. So,
okay. Real quick, do you guys share any prospecting methods to get clients for the small business or growth package?
There's actually one of the next modules that we're adding that I'm just finishing up some details on is a client getting, so one of the new bonus tabs you see there will be client acquisition.
Yeah, that's the biggest one too. So
Yep.
it's all about getting the clients.
Okay, let's see here. I'm just going through everything. Yeah, next week I'll have all the Vegas speakers. Hint, hint. Might see some other people in Vegas. Let's see here. Let's see. Any other questions? When you buy it, do you own or have access to the funnels forever?
Yes.
Yep.
You're not
They're
supposed
all yours.
not supposed to use the word forever, but in theory, like you're always, you can suck those things right into your account. But yeah. Okay. How long have you guys been working on this program?
I don't even know. It's been a blur.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So yeah, I mean, as far as where all these campaigns started, they've come from years of using them. However, the training all came together. We organized it all, got everything. We made it so simple. Even each of those franchise funnel kind of landing pages and funnels there, we've broken it down so that there's only a few key things that you need to change. We got it all templated so that it's literally a plug and play system. So it took us a while to get this together, a lot of late nights. But I think you guys will, if you haven't already seen the value, I think once you get in there and see these trainings and see what you get access to, it's really going to blow your mind because there's nothing else like this out there.
Okay. Let's see here.
And there's over I think we're closing in between Facebook and PPC. I think we're pretty close to 3 million total. In the last year, we spent about $150K on Facebook ads. But we've spent a lot more, at least $500,000 on Facebook ads lifetime. So.
Okay. I'm just trying to get everything in. There's so many questions. And then I know some people have private messaged me. I'll try to get to everything. Just a lot of questions. Any other? Vegas is going to be June 24th. So yeah, but we'll talk about that on Tuesday night. Is the HVAC Facebook or AdWords? Someone just asked.
That's an AdWords campaign.
That's AdWords. Okay. Okay.
No time limit, Jen. These are, you get in, you get the funnels. They're for, as somebody said, forever. You use them anytime.
I think
this isn't a membership. Yeah, this isn't like a membership where you have to keep paying monthly to get access to it. Once you get it, you get it. So
home care, is it funnel or AdWords or funnel AdWords or Facebook? Home care.
That one's a AdWords campaign.
Okay, cool. So that's the thing. Like I said, guys, these guys have kind of both sides of the I guess the paid ad world, which was super important to me because I know it's not just, one size fits all. And you can't deny the 2 million in spend in AdWords and I don't know how much the rest was. You said you spent about another million or a couple $100,000 in
at least $500K for sure. And
yeah, I mean, like that's real money, and you take your lumps, when you spend that kind of dough. That's the only reason these guys are on. I guess what frustrates me to no end, and you guys know this, I see a million different people come out and they've never spent the time to actually build the business like these guys have before firing up a training. And it happens every day in JK, and I see these people and they haven't built real businesses. And these guys pass the sniff test for me. I mean, millions of dollars in spend is no freaking joke. So, I'm glad these guys came on. Do you guys have more questions? If you want the free funnels, go to the very bottom of the page there.
Yeah. Let me open up another tab over here.
Yeah. Show them where they get the free funnels. Are they going to need a client prior to running ads for licensed trades? So before you guys answer that,
I mean, you don't want me answering that, dude, because
I know I don't want you answering it.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal with the license trades. Yep. Here's a little ninja tip here I'll drop for all the people who hung out and stuck around. Go to meetup.com and find the nearest business meetup, marketing meetup, and entrepreneurial meetup. Go to probably maybe 3 of them in your area. There's probably 100. Go to at least 3. You'll run into 3 financial planners, probably 3 realtors, maybe 2 attorneys, and several insurance agents. There's all your licensed guys. Go ahead and just talk to them. Every time I've ever gone to one of those, maybe I shouldn't give this tip. Actually, you know what? You should do this tomorrow, and you will come home with 5 contacts that are waiting for you to send them leads that are in those niches. So yeah, don't worry about those kind of guys. They're everywhere.
Okay, cool. Good stuff.
Is there something they're like flying over here. Hold on. What do we got here?
Yeah, you guys got more questions? I know this has been a great call. Just the
this is a good one. Roofer. Jason, you might want to hit on this one. Is Roofer better for AdWords or Facebook? Because this is one of the ones that you can do for both.
Yeah, I've done both, and honestly, the campaign that we provided in the local marketing vault, because it just hands down kicked butt over the other, is actually, believe it or not, a Facebook campaign.
Yep.
See the free funnels. Take a peek and create a free account. We kind of went over it like, I don't know, 18 times now, like the amount of funnels we're giving out.
Right. So if you're buying, you're going to click it, enter a credit card, click this blue. If you're still not sure, again, you have till tomorrow, but till tonight for the bonus. And then you just take a peek and create a free account and get in there and get your 2 free funnels.
I would just tell you guys, think second money. If you guys have clients that you're already getting SEO money from,
exactly.
Money, guys, second money is the easiest money to get. Once you've served a client well, once you've taken care of someone, being able to go back to them and say, hey, listen, I got something for you. And I want to go through it with you. Clients will listen. As long as you served them well the first time, they'll come back and they'll be willing to spend more money with you. So think of, if you have some of these things, guys, everyone gets their hair done. Well, not everyone. There's a couple in here I can see that maybe aren't getting their hair done anymore. couple. Chris says he's not doing it. But hair salon, man, everyone gets their hair done. Hairstylists. I mean, so I know this is why I said, oh my gosh, this is great. I didn't even notice that one. My brother owns one of the largest shear manufacturing companies in the world. Okay. And I know because they deal with hairstylists all day long. These hairstylists, there's literally hundreds of them that graduate beauty school. Okay. Every freaking week they're graduating beauty school all over the country. Go look up beauty schools. They're everywhere. Okay. And they get out and they got to build a clientele. They have no idea. Now, this isn't going to be a niche that pays you huge, but your hairstylist, the person that's doing your hair, this is an easy person to get in front of. If you're brave and you get it knocked down, these beauty schools have no training on how to get clients after they learn the trade. You can go into a beauty school and put on a class. Not that that's what you guys want to do, but if you want to get a ton of clients coming up to you, you could take on all those gals. For the most part, 99% of people have hair and go get it cut often, right? And so that's a great niche because it's very wide when you can market that. So don't take I know the roofers and those ones are sexy because they're probably the bigger money, but man, sometimes you just freaking catch trout and salmon and you get fat,
Exactly. And I think it's also important to know that when we're talking these packages, like you just said, the roofer's nice, so everyone wants to target. The great thing about having the packages and why we decided to put them together like that is how often do you just run into one person all the time that's just from the same, that works in the same industry, right? To be a true marketer or agency, whatever it is you want to do, whether you want to freelance and live the lifestyle dream or you actually want to build up a serious agency, you got to be able to have flexibility to work with different clients, different industries, even if you didn't do the work and just provided consulting. I mean, that's why we put together these packages so you're equipped with the variety. It just arms you with more opportunity to make income. So don't think that, I always want to work with attorneys. I mean, that's a fine goal. And we work to a point where we say, hey, you know what? We're going to work with a handful of niches, but we started taking whatever we could. And having something like this would have been, I mean, Jesus, I can't even imagine how we would have multiplied our income by this time, James, if we had something like this in place right away. So we didn't have to guess, because we lost. I mean, there was opportunities we lost initially, like when we were just starting, because we had no clue we had to try to figure it out, right? So this is amazing for being able to come into multiple niches. So I say don't look past don't look past those packages. You know, and one person wants to, or people are talking about the a la cartes. That's a great opportunity just to get in and start getting some of the training. But if you can get a package,
listen. The one thing I want to point out. Good points. But one thing I want to point out, and there's a couple of hairstylists on here saying this right now. Number one, they need it. Number two, I want you to think about this. Hairstylists have so many people, so many business owners sitting in their chair. You might just use that as your tripwire to get in the door. Maybe you do it. You spend, $5 or $10 a week and you generate them some leads and you say, in return, I want referrals from you, because they're cutting everyone's hair. They're talking, they have an hour in the chair with someone and they're talking to these people. These are roofers. These are electricians. These are people that own gyms, that own home cares. These are the clients too. And I can tell you what, you make a good relationship with your hairstylist, they know everyone. They're talking to everyone and they got their ear for an hour or they'll get it cut off. So just trust me, like that's a solid niche to be able to come provide some value. And I know every one of you guys, just go get your hair cut tomorrow. You got someone you can talk to for an hour, and tell them what you have to offer for them. So just some really cool stuff. I mean, definitely some, and my wheels are turning for different ways to kind of work your way through the side door. The other thing, guys, Eugene Review, if you guys have it, I gave a lot of it out. If you don't have it, let me know. I'll give some Eugene Review away right now for you guys that are still on with us. But I would be nailing, if I did Eugene Review, I would be just nailing all these different funnels, these niches. Because now you have a little bit of a roadmap, right? You have a little bit of a roadmap of who to go and talk to. You can go talk to the gym. You can go talk to the home care place, lots of different stuff, okay? So let me give Eugene Review out to some people. Liz St. Clair, Eugene Review. John Reith, Eugene Review. Let's see here. Stephanie, I can't say your last name, but it's spelled Fazekas, Eugene Review. Hopefully someone's taking notes for me, but just message Helen and me in a 3-way chat and we'll get you into those. But dude, use the Eugene Review with this stuff. I mean, it makes so much sense. You got the roadmap. Remember we talked about focused effort. We started with limo. Okay, everyone focused on it. We brought Grant in. We focused on real estate, and people killed it with that. Now you guys got, 18, 19, 20. I think it's 20 different funnels with the 2 free ones to go after. So crazy stuff, and probably more to come. Okay, and for those of you guys that got the mortgage broker, same type of thing. That mortgage broker, that person knows a lot of business owners too. So you start generating leads for them. These are industries. I got a question for you guys, James and Jason. But the mortgage broker is an industry that, they can walk you into other places. The insurance, talk to us a little bit about the insurance stuff, because that's always been every insurance broker or salesperson I know always wants leads. That's all they want, so talk to us about some of the success or non-success you've had in that space, because it's a tough space. You're playing with, the Geicos of the world, these billion-dollar companies. So talk to us about that.
Yeah. So that one took a lot of trial and error because, well, for one, we didn't know how to again, like all these started with initial ideas. Some of them, again, we used the process that we showed you today all day and every day. We didn't just start from bare bones. We said, what are people doing, right? So the auto home insurance funnel, it's one funnel. And what here's a tidbit. You can take it and run with it, even if you don't have this funnel, is we found after working or essentially talking to multiple insurance agents, which guess what? There's swing your arms. There's at least 5 of them in arm's range of you. Yeah. They were the pattern I identified was they like homeowners better than anything else because they can sell homeowners more things. Also, homeowners kind of almost classify a certain economic status as well, right? So after failing multiple times just to try to generate auto leads, I thought, well, based on some of the things we were doing, I said, well, what if we combined, how do I get a homeowner? Well, what would every homeowner and or driver that owns a home, what would they want to do? They want to save money by multiple services. Does that make sense? Bundling the services?
Sure.
So crazy thing is every insurance company pretty much does that, right? If you get more than one policy with them, they're automatically, most of them going to give you a discount. But guess what? depending on how you present, it all comes down to copywriting. Depending on how you present it to the general public, you can make that look like it's the most awesome deal special running at the time. Even though any day of the week you can call up an insurance agent and get it, right? So that's one of the beauties about these things. We've already perfected the angles that work. So our whole angle on the auto home insurance funnel is saving money with the instant bundle discount. That's what we called it in the copywriting. So it's to me, I was patting myself on the back when I finally started getting leads, and we're getting leads as cheap as $5 a pop on that. And guess what? The mortgage funnel that I talked about in the mortgage program that was generating calls, it did the same thing for insurance agents. So we start racking up insurance calls as well, using that same funnel, just gearing it towards insurance agents. But yeah, the auto home insurance funnel is based on saving people money. Essentially, they're getting a quote, saving people money on both auto and homeowners insurance, which delivers the most prized possession to any insurance agent, which is a homeowner lead. So that's kind of the way that all works.
Okay, cool. Let's give out some more stuff here. So I'm going to do more Vegas stuff on Tuesday. I'm done with Vegas. I gave out 13 Vegas tickets, so 13 G's in Vegas. Let's give away some Game Changer. I don't know who doesn't have Game Changer, but I'll try my best to pick some people if you want to fire it up. So Kevin Watkins, Game Changer. Holy shnikes. Jason Arrington, Game Changer. Nina England, thanks for paying off your tuition today. Game Changer and Eugene Review. Let's see here. All right. I can't even see any.
Want the Game Changer, huh? Holy cow.
I'll tell you what. If you made an order tonight, and you don't have Eugene Review, I'll throw in the Eugene Review for you guys if you made an order tonight. So that's a little bonus for you guys for following suit here. I don't care what the order was, so that's cool. You guys can all have that. I think that will be very helpful for you guys. It's like my favorite go-to. I've told you guys that so many times. It's what literally put me on the map from a prospecting standpoint. I think it's a great training. So let's see here. Other questions for these guys while we still have them?
I would say that let's ask specific, like, for those of you who are out there who are still on the fence. Why? Let's talk about that. Ask some questions in there of why you're still on the fence, because there's still 213 people on here, and maybe there's just like one question that you need answered, because this is life-changing, guys. This is everything that you need.
How much for just the mortgage? How much you guys sell just the mortgage for?
That's on, if you go to the order form again, it's the mortgage one. You get mortgage and refinance funnels. So you actually get two. It's $1,497.
Where is it? It's on the one that you have live right now? Okay.
Yeah.
That's that entire training?
No.
Oh.
No. This is the franchise funnels right here.
Gotcha. How much for that entire mortgage training? What do you guys sell that for?
$3,000.
$3,000. But if someone wanted to buy it, they got to pay $3,000, or they get it as a bonus with this package, basically, or how's it?
Yeah. They get it as a bonus for the agency package. We're doing that.
Right.
And it's kind of geared differently, so it didn't kind of make sense to. I mean, it's a whole program that was built around the mortgage brokers themselves, so it doesn't kind of fit the local marketing vault. However, we will include it as the bonus because there is some details. There's an extra funnel in there. Again, that doesn't make sense to bring here, but that does apply in the mortgage niche. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so a lot of people are asking, like, breakdown of which ones are in Facebook and which ones are AdWords. Like, I think guys, like, this is just me. That's kind of their business, right? They spent the money on losing. They spent the money on winning. So I think a lot of that stuff's going to be covered in there. That's kind of part of the benefit, right, of being able to tap into two guys that spent, $2-3 million is, hey, which one I should be running here, which one I should be running there.
Yeah, we tell you, and that's the beauty.
There's training.
Just identify the niche. Yeah, just identify what you want to go into. No matter if it's Facebook or AdWords, we show you how to do it.
Yeah.
So you'll know exactly how to run the campaigns, no matter what traffic source it is, right? Because traffic is just a tool to and to a means thing. So we'll show you that part. Just pick pick the niches that make sense for you. Or again, you know, if you're in the agency, you kind of get it all. You're going to have access to everything anyway. So
Cool.
Yeah. Somebody is asking about the ClickFunnels. Again, guys, you'll have 14 days. You get free 14 days with ClickFunnels. And I can promise you that you're going to want to stay with ClickFunnels. You guys just don't know yet. ClickFunnels is just an all-inclusive suite. You can get rid of so many other tools that you're probably using, except CallSling, because you can't get rid of CallSling, Dan. But
well, yeah, they don't do call tracking anyway. So
yeah, so they don't have that. But other than that, everything else that you need to run a local marketing agency is in ClickFunnels. There really is nothing else that you need except, I don't know. Yeah, so once you're in the 14-day, guys.
What package do you recommend is what the question is, or one of the questions that he's asked a bunch of times.
For which one? ClickFunnels?
Yeah, just ClickFunnels, just the basic package.
Just the basic. Yeah, you just need the basic. Yeah.
But click the share, guys. Don't go typing in ClickFunnels. Make sure you go through the link inside the course, because that's going to give you I don't even know if they offer the 14 free days unless you click that share link. I'm not sure, but I'm almost positive they don't.
Yeah, just you don't need anything walking into the local marketing vault. The local marketing vault will tell you everything you need to do and tell you what to push and where to get it. So you don't have to try to figure it all out. You don't have to say, well, do I need to set, just get into the vault, start with the overview video, and then start following the process. Start with the funnel training, start with everything. It walks you through. It guides you. That's the whole purpose. It's the franchise. You don't have to guess. We've already done the guessing for you. You just take our hand, and we're going to walk through the process together. So
cool. I know some people are asking about niches that aren't in the vault yet. And like, I don't think you just want to, this is just me talking, and I don't do paid ads, but I am an idiot in some cases. I wouldn't be an idiot in this case. Don't go and take like a funnel that they've got targeting for and like landing pages for and everything, and just go like, oh, well, it's the chiropractor. I think I'll just use the dental one for that. That's not a good idea. That's a bad idea. If it was that easy, then you would just make one funnel and you'd run it for whatever niche. So just be cautious there, guys. What I was saying earlier, which I think will be a part of the benefit of this group, is you could bring that chiropractor idea to them, right? And say, hey, could you guys help me put this together, right? Could you guys give me some guidance on this? I have a client that's on the fence or something like that. And then they may have some projects they're currently working on that they could give you advice on, or at least give you some strong guidance inside the private Facebook group, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, we spend thousands of dollars a month on testing funnels and campaigns that don't even have clients yet, right? We spend money to test things because we want to have the knowledge and be able to jump into a niche if we want to. So we spend a lot of money testing. There's a lot of niches out there that we're not currently active with clients that we want to be in. So we're testing those. And, you know, again, we're going to be adding those to this. This isn't like it's done now. We're still evolving and we're up for all the ideas. But again, I mean, we have a Kairos that's coming, you know, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. We have a solar campaign that we're firming up. That's pretty crazy. You do all kinds of affiliate stuff with that. There's, you know, you name it. There's a lot of things that are kind of in your mind that we might already be having come soon, but bring those into hey, here's a niche I'm interested in. Again, we already have money dedicated to testing new things. So no reason why we can't prioritize some of those as well if there's demand in the group.
Hey, can you show them real quick? Because I know this helps you guys out. Can you show them if they're just going to get the couple free funnels, how they can go through your guys' link to ClickFunnels for giving them these 2 free funnels? Can you show?
Yeah, I'm in here right now. You're going to click on the left side. Again, you're not going to see these things. If you haven't paid anything, you're not going to see the trainings here or all this. You're just going to see here.
So starting from the top, they go to the home page, which I'll post the link. They go to the very bottom.
Start from the order form?
Please, yes.
Okay, here. Take a peek and create a free account. When they click that,
only if you want the free stuff.
Yeah. All right, so here you're going to create an account, email, password, confirm password. Once you create the account, this is for free, not paid, free.
Yes.
Okay, then it'll bring you in here. You're going to minus, you know what? Let me create a free account.
Okay, so if you already have a ClickFunnels account, you're fine. But if you don't, just go through these guys' link because they'll get a little commission if you end up signing up, which is nice for them for spending the last few hours with you guys, training you some of their stuff. So that's all I was saying. I'm not trying to complicate it.
So there, I created a free account. I landed in here. This is exactly what you're going to see. Here's your free funnels, towing, and real estate. Okay, you just click on the funnel, and here's the overview training. Here is the link, get the towing franchise funnel. If I click this, it's going to bring you to a page that's going to say sign up for ClickFunnels, get 14 free days. All right, I'm already logged in, so I can't do it. But once you click this link, and then that funnel will build automatically in your ClickFunnels account. Okay.
If you don't have ClickFunnels, what it'll do, it'll say, hey, before you continue, just create your free trial account. That's simple. As soon as you create it, which is just an email, and I don't even think you put your pay data in. I think you just create it. Email, login. Then all of a sudden you'll be inside your ClickFunnels account and you'll see the towing site uploading.
And if you do have ClickFunnels, you just log into your account.
Yeah, just log into your account and click the button. No problem. If you already have it, it's even easier. So,
sorry.
Where do we get the URL for the 2-page site from ClickFunnels? That will all be in the training.
Yep.
Okay, super easy. On the like the cool thing, some people have asked you need ClickFunnels. You will for all their training because they've already built the landing pages, the text, the layout, everything's done. So you literally just go, instead of you sitting there building a Weebly site for these specific campaigns, you literally go click and it goes and it sucks into your account and it's done. And you just literally change the phone number, change the logo to your city, and that's it. You're done. So anyway.
And definitely, guys, you know, I know how exciting it is to get the funnels because they're already proven in what we've talked about. But make sure you're not putting the carriage in front of the horse. We've seen it with other buyers in the past where they're like excited they get the funnel and then they're like skipping trainings. You got to follow these steps because spend the time now. So if you're going after one funnel, spend the time to get that training, set it up properly, follow the process, then start following the JK training. And guys, this is what we do every day. This is all we do.
You guys got any other Facebook questions, other AdWords questions for these guys while we have their ear?
Yeah, Wesley, you can upgrade at any time. Again, with any of these packages, if you buy the small business or the growth, you can upgrade at any time to any of the other packages, and you only pay the difference.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say if you buy the small business at $697, and then you catch us at the time where we raise the agency price up to what, $49.97. That's not to say you're not going to pay that difference. So I can't say that you're going to be able to pay this difference forever. So just a heads up on that, but you will be able to upgrade at any time.
Yeah. And again, you know, these things, you know, Dan will probably punch us in the stomachs if we go around raising prices, but for you guys, because again, you know, he wants to see success in here, but
yeah, sure.
We're not saying that it's going to be raised like in a week or something.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I didn't mean to.
But it's only open till tomorrow night anyway. So, if somebody did ask, when is it going to close? So it's closing tomorrow at midnight. Okay, so that would kind of be Saturday, right? Oh, what's today? I don't even know what today is.
Thursday.
Yeah.
In the U.S.
I don't know when Dan will bring us back. So again, you know, if you want to get it, now's the time.
Okay. Let me just see if there's other questions. A lot of ClickFunnels questions, but honestly, guys, you just need the basic package. Your monthly fee.
We give you fake ClickFunnels training in the thing. We show you how to set it up, how to edit. We give you what you need for sure.
Yeah. So just once you get in, but like the lowest plan for ClickFunnels, I believe, is going to be $97. That's all you need. You do not need the more expensive plan till you get up to these guys' level. Okay. Midnight will be Pacific Standard Time Zone on Friday night is when this will close down. These prices will be the same after tomorrow for the unforeseeable future, but it won't be open until we reopen it. So we don't know when that's going to be. We want to get the first wave of people taken care of, work out any kinks on support. Sometimes that's, as I've learned over the years, sometimes that can be difficult when you're first getting something rolling as far as influx of people. As of right now, there's only been a handful of people outside of JK that have been offered this. And these are some of these guys' personal, kind of in their personal Facebook group. So this is kind of like you guys are getting first crack at this, which is pretty sick. Let's see here. Am I going to be part of this on an ongoing basis? I don't know what they're like. I don't know how to do what they do. They're experts in their field. I'm in kind of in my field, but you know, I'll definitely give them advice like I've tried to do along the way. As best as I can, but I think they could teach me a lot. I'm going to go through the salon funnel myself because I'm going to go make a deal with my brother's company and see if I can become their national hair salon stylist trainer.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's funny because I didn't jump in here before I stepped out to get something to drink. But my wife is a hairstylist, and she started a new salon I want to say a year and a half ago. And if anybody's in the salon industry, you know that. First of all, when she got pregnant with my first son, she took 2 years off. So when she came back, she had no clients. And now she's working, she worked till 9 o'clock tonight. And this is from bringing in clients through funnels. All right. Offering a good offer in the front. And we give you that offer with the hair salon funnel. So I have a personal experience with that.
Paul asked how long these guys been doing it. I mean, I know we kind of covered this earlier, but James, Paul, if you weren't at the start, James has been in the job killing from the first, I think 5 or 10 people. And then, so I don't remember when you guys, it was probably September of 2014 when you two hooked up and started running the mortgage stuff or what?
Yep. And then we, again, moved away from what works and then we came back and it's kind of, growing tenfold.
Someone's asking about the hack for addicted.io. I'm going to have to film you guys that. If you guys want to use that free service on how to use that, but you can, for now, you can use it, just use it. And then the hack will just kind of take you one level deeper. The guy that showed it to me, I got to call him up and get retrained on how to do it. Then I'll throw it in there for you guys. And then we'll probably send so much traffic there hacking, they'll shut it down. So
close the loop.
Okay, what else? We're starting a salon training school on products. Any idea on a pitch to get my partner to open his wallet?
No. Run on Facebook ad in front of him.
Is there a realtor funnel? No. Grant Wise takes care of all the real estate. That's his expertise. He's the best in the business.
Yes.
These guys don't mess with realtor. Grant's your guy for that.
Yeah, we offer a real estate investment one, which is a little bit different targeting and whatnot. And then of course the mortgage, we play more in the mortgage space. So,
I mean, Glenn, as far as to what to pitch your guy, as far as for investing in you, I mean, he's going to invest in you if he believes in you. I mean, I think you just got to go there and have a conversation with him and kind of say, hey, look, what if we could do this and offer this to the clients that you already have or what have you? I mean, he's buying you. Remember that. The daily deal tip that I was just kind of throwing out there to everyone is I came from the daily deal space. As you guys know, my last company was bought the day Groupon went public. And the daily deal space is a place where you're working with small business owners every day. And they're emailing out offers via Groupon, Living Social. A lot of the newspapers do it and whatnot. And so when you know that they're already willing to do a pretty sexy offer, a lot of the stuff that you guys will learn in here, there's yoga studios already. There's hair salons running deals. You can find some of these different clients that are hard up for some of these clients for you that are hard up for their own clients. So go to the Groupons and the Living Socials and go and look for a hair salon. Go and look for a gym. There's always gyms on there. Go look for yoga. Go look for there's not going to be insurance on there. Go look for what else would be on there. HVACs. I ran a lot of HVAC deals, electrician deals I ran. And I'll give these guys a lot of other ideas too, because I have all the data from that company on what deals were killer. And, in search, the way that I train you guys in search and job killing, a lot of this stuff, I haven't been able to come out and talk about, some of my past knowledge from that past company. I definitely think I can give some knowledge to these guys on some of that daily deal space and how you can incorporate some of these things together. I am on the fence of buying agency pack, but I missed first half of the webinar. Will replay be available before midnight bonus expires? I hope so, but right now we're at 2.5 hours, and these things sometimes can take some time to render. So I can't tell you if it will or won't be. I want to try. Laser hair removal is another one. Yeah, it's a good one. I don't know if it will or won't be up, the replay with it being this long. It's going to take probably a couple hours just to download out of here. I think the biggest thing for you, if you're on the fence, that I would say is that mortgage trading that they sell. I mean, that's a killer bonus that you're going to get that you won't get otherwise. So I would say that. And a short commercial with 2 or more coming in, his pitch to me was to do all his web stuff coming in as his partner, so he didn't have to pay me up front. I'll figure it out. Gotcha. What else? Other questions, guys? Some of these industries require licensing and have laws, regulations around advertising. Do you address that? I think you just addressed it about 20 minutes ago about how he kind of goes around that. But if you want to touch on it again.
Yeah, well, some of these, again, each funnel I specifically talk about the legal information, where you get, how you make sure it's, it's in, I guess, regulation or whatnot. Some of these we don't. And like, for example, the insurance, a lot of those guys they don't even want to use their own branding because there's so much red tape and stuff. So we kind of set it up along the lines of the equivalent of someone going to whatever, some general site that kind of says, hey, you'll be contacted by someone. We kind of, there's different ways, there's different angles that we use, but we do talk about some of that stuff. But there's a lot of things that we don't really get wrapped up in because just from our work and experience with working with so many of these guys, they told us how to set it up for them, especially the mortgage, insurance, financial planner. A lot of the stuff we did came from because this is how the clients needed it to happen.
Cool. Can you guys talk about ROI real quick? Just from like when people are running ads, can you talk about some of the ROI on some of these deals from your ad spend to what you're bringing in? And then obviously, I know you guys are bringing in SEO packages and lead gen packages organically. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, from what we just kind of showed you, what this the local marketing vault is addressing. The ROI is going to vary, but let's just take an example of. Well, let's take an example of like the towing. Obviously, that one's a free one there, so everyone's going to have access to it. You just got to get in there and get it. With the towing, the average job, at least with the clients that we've worked with, now it can vary, has been anywhere from $100 to we've had $300 and $500 type thing. So somewhere from say $100 to $500. To generate a lead, it's been averaging. And understand towing. Again, we talked about that example earlier. Our conversion rate has been close at hovering around a minimum 50%. Now, that's not to say it's going to happen all the time, and I talk about that. But we give you the range of where it falls. Those are high close jobs. It's only costing us about $15 on one of those campaigns. I want to say that one's been, maybe it was like $10 to $15 for a phone call lead that literally leads to a project, right? So we talk about some of that stuff and the conversion percentage that you can kind of expect. So bottom line is the ROI on every single one of these campaigns, the only reason that they are in the local marketing vault is because they do produce ROI. And we don't let anything in that hasn't worked. For us, for a campaign to work and meet the criteria of the local marketing vault, it has to produce an ROI that is above and beyond what we charge and what the client spends on ads. Okay, I hope that makes sense, right? So that's where they are. So it's hard to say, we showed you the one example, $11K we spent figuring out one of those funnels, right? It's made us $200K. So from ROI, from our standpoint, it's just off the charts, off the charts of what we get. And that's why we love these, because we typically, again, these retainers that we talk about in here, like what you charge average, that's above and beyond the ad spend. That's just what we put in our pockets.
James, can you talk about that $75,000 deal you put down, that check? Because I know you told me the other day that your second check may be upwards in the multiple hundreds of thousands on that deal. So listen, These are stupid deals. Like, I've never got anywhere in the vicinity. My biggest deal ever was like a couple $1,000, so this is like crazy from one client. But can you just someone was asking what was the ad spend on that and how long, and just, you don't have to give us the niche and all that stuff. I know it's a national deal or whatever. I don't want to blow your cover on that because I know.
Well, again, just because these guys are high value guys, so they don't want names mentioned or any of that.
Totally.
Yeah, but
can you walk us through that deal a little bit, like how it all came together? Because that's a sexy deal.
Yeah, so that deal, basically how that deal worked was we charged them a price per state per campaign. So if they wanted to run a campaign for, let's say, a certain injury, right, that would be a price. And if they wanted to run that injury campaign in 5 states, we would charge them basically $1,500 per state per campaign. Okay, so you would take 1,500 times those states. And then on the back end, we offered a legal, okay, let's say it's legal, deal to get a piece of that action. We called it like a bonus, a marketing bonus.
Right.
And we offer, so we got a piece. They landed.
Your rev share. Yeah, absolutely.
And so that one landed, and then we now have, any day now, I call Jason every day. I'm like, dude, did they call you yet? When is this case going to be negotiated? Because that's going to be a big
multi-$100,000 payout for you guys, and that's back end money. Like you got front end and back end on that deal.
Jason, how many states this next one does that involve?
Yeah, it'll be close. We'll be doing about another 50. 50. We'll be doing about another 30 to 35 states on the next deal. Bottom line, it kind of leads to the point of all this is no matter what level you are, like we didn't just start off doing this, but it all started with one of these funnels.
Yeah.
It all started from these funnels. Not every one of those is going to be like a super home. Like this is, this is one of those super home runs, right? But you got to hit a lot of singles first, right? Before you're fine tuned and enough to start hitting the doubles and the triples and then the homers, right? So that's what they all start. This campaign that we're talking about, that's multi-100K payout for this year alone. It all started with just what you literally now can have access to. It's really that simple.
You guys have a lot of staff.
I was just about to answer that because I want to answer that so bad. So when we first started this, right, we started getting big rather quickly. And we had staff. We had, all over, like everybody does in the digital agency, so this guy's doing citations, this guy's doing this, yada, yada, yada. We had like 9 staff members around some in the Philippines. And when we started finding out which funnels worked and just using these 2-page funnels, we have been able to scale down from 9. Dude, how many are we at now? 4, Jason? I don't even remember. We have 4 staff members? We went from 9 to basically 4, all right? Because now we didn't need people to.
We lost James again.
Yeah, well, I'll finish it out. So bottom line is initially we did because we got busy and we were trying to figure out a lot of things, but then we got smart and started focusing, which I know, you talk about a lot in the group, just keep your eyes on the prize, right? Don't wonder. So as soon as we start doing that, which hence these niches, you notice we've tested hundreds, we have like hundreds of funnels, but we've narrowed it down to certain niches that we'll work in and we focus on, right? And that's kind of that's where this comes from as well. The more you focus and stay on a path and try not to wander outside your boundaries, if you will, the less outside influence, less assistance, less staff and team that you need around you.
Right. Cool. Can you hear me? Am I back?
Yeah, you're there.
How will you be charging for the additional funnels that you will be adding if you add them over time? What's your plan on that?
We're, honestly, I'm, transparent. We're trying to work that out, but what we want to do is to make it very simple. If, for people who haven't bought or anything, it's obviously just going to go into the pile and we'll figure that out. Prices may be rising anyway, all that good stuff. But for people who are already in, we want to work out some kind of discount. Yeah, massive discount for people who are already in that they essentially are just adding it to their portfolio.
Well, if I could give you any advice from old job killing world, just give.
Yeah, and don't, and I meant to actually bring that up. We talked about this, me and James did yesterday. We are going to be introducing funnels that will be free for no matter what package you're at, whatever. That will just be free. Like we are going to do that. However, there will be some, like the solar, I can go ahead and tell you that will not be a free funnel. However, there may be one like maybe a Cairo. I don't know. Who knows what it is? But there may be there will be funnels that we will add for free, but we will have a mix. So
cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense. More questions? You guys got more questions? What's the beginning story, if you don't mind sharing? Like you say, you grew fast. What was some of your daily steps? What were you doing in the beginning?
We went through it, man. Those were our daily steps. Was exactly that. Get clients by basically using ClickFunnels and building these 2-page sites and failing at it and hoping that we can find better landing pages or building better landing pages that convert and writing better ads. It was just a process of money, time, and then learning all that and what works and what doesn't work and where to put the contact box and where to put the phone number. I mean, we went through that and we give lead. And what ends up happening, guys, I mean, let's be 100% transparent here, is that as you land more clients, now you start getting referred, right? I mean, how many people, I mean, look, we talk about Corey. I mean, Corey built a huge business, but I'm sure Corey now just gets people referred to him. But you got to get that ball started. And what better way to get it started than already having what works? I wish we had this, but we didn't.
Yeah, providing value up front. If I could sum it up on how we got started and got where we are today, and I'd argue most successful people are, it's the whole job. I mean, think about the job killing method. It's value up front. Once we really dialed in that process, this just happened to be the process that we adopted and really latched onto and really, we really got it clicking. But it all boils down to value up front. What can you do to add value up front? And believe it or not, people flock to that because they're not used to it, right? And then, like you said, once you're providing value, you start building your circle, your portfolio of clients. And guess what? They know clients, right? They know people who need help, and it just grows and grows. It's the snowball. Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, I think some of my biggest takeaways for everyone that whether you're just going into the free funnels or whatever the heck you're doing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is just like many of you guys. Well, hopefully many of you guys trusted me with the grant stuff, and I think many people are seeing the fruits of that start pouring back in. Trust me with these guys. Like, I wouldn't have vetted these guys like I did and put these guys in here if I didn't believe in these guys. I know well, you guys have seen it too. I can't stress it enough. There's a lot of people that fake the funk on a nasty dunk. And they want to say that they know how to do Facebook ads or, this, and they just never done what these guys have done. And I'm sure there's other guys out there that know stuff, but, if you can only get started in the free funnels, get started in the free funnels, but start adding this skill to your tool belt. There's nothing stopping you. We're at a time and place with Facebook where, it was like when I got into Google, into search 8-9 going on 10 years ago, I think it is now. It would be 10 years, 2008. So Google back then was like the Wild Wild West. I'm not saying Facebook's the Wild Wild West, but this stuff is incredible, the things you can do. We've demonstrated some of that when I was on that webinar with Grant, where Grant was targeting me at my home, and I was the only one that was seeing the ad. Like, you're able to do the most crazy stuff. And so if at the very least all you could do is get into the free stuff that they've given you and those free funnels, dude, dig in. But when you're ready, or when you have the ability, and when they open things back up, let these guys be your guys. Don't get pulled down the path of, well, I'm going to go learn from these guys because it's more affordable. If you're going to invest your money, do it with the best. Do it with the guys that have blazed a trail, not some guys that just went and watched these guys' course, because it will happen. Someone's going to watch these guys' course and they're going to go and rip the funnels, but they won't have the innovation behind them. They won't have the balls to spend freaking $3 million on paid traffic, right? They just have the balls to go in and steal people's stuff. So I've went through this a lot with Job Killing, where I laid down the track of building this business of lead gen and learning and going through all the junk up front before I ever was willing to train it to anyone else. You guys will hear it every week when I get on these calls. I've been doing it for 3.5 years. You guys hear when you guys ask me a question about something that I don't know, I won't train you on it. I'm like, I don't know the answer to that question because I've never done it. And it's so important that whenever you're going to learn a new skill set, that you learn it from people that have been there, that have done that have built businesses and have the proof behind them. That'd be the only thing from an advice standpoint, whether you can start at the free version or whether you got the agency package and you're going to get all the cool bonuses tonight, what have you. Just trust me when I tell you that I vetted these guys well, and they know their stuff. And I think the innovation and the stuff that you're going to see coming down the pike from them, as well as me collaborating with them on some of the stuff that I think I could bring to the table that really kind of, as you guys were talking, that I think popped into my brain that I don't know if you're doing or not, with the daily deal stuff and some of that cool stuff. I just think that this is going to be kind of the next, I like to say the next JK, but I want to say like it's the next like thing that you need in your tool belt to have, because it's so symbiotic with what you're already being trained to do. It bolts right on, and so just keep that in the back of your brain. I'll bang on these guys to give you tons of free funnels, so that you're not getting upcharged here and there. I'll try to train them just like we do in JK, and just keep updating the training year after year after year. That's the best way to do stuff. Obviously, it's not my business, but I'll give them the old college try for you. So anyway, I want to say that piece because I know that there's a million other people that will try to rip off this and that and the other thing. But hey, ask them one question: show me how much money you've spent in ads to get the knowledge behind you on if that's a good niche to go into, why it's a good niche. The stuff about that niche that makes it the keywords I need to hit on. Should it be PPC? Should it be Facebook ads? All those different things, guys. Those are the things that are going to move you to the finish line a lot quicker than just buying another thing about Facebook ads or PPC or whatnot. It's finding the right guys to train you. And these two guys are rock stars. So any other questions for you guys? Yeah. Also, guys, I beat these guys up pretty good on price as far as getting in. Pay your dues. It's not a partnership thing where three of you are going to join together. I know many of you guys know each other in job killing, but do the ethical thing, and pay for your tuition or whatever they're calling it yourself. It's not designed. Now, if you have a husband, wife, spouse, what have you, that's totally different. You guys can learn together, I'm sure. But as far as everything else, partnerships always, in these types of things, they oftentimes I've seen them go sideways. I've done it a few times in job killing, and one partner ends up paying, the other one ends up stiffing them, or who knows. But as far as for these guys go, let's keep it one per person. As far as getting into the training and whatnot. So, anything else, guys? Any more stuff? You got the bonus till midnight, just to recap for everyone. You get your bonus until midnight. You get that entire mortgage broker funnel. Is that right, guys? The entire mortgage training, how to get the mortgage brokers, how to get them the leads, as well as the 18 funnels when you get the agency package. Everyone's going to get, and this should be touched on one more time, everyone who buys anything gets the PPC training and the Facebook ads training just as a whole. So you can start getting your head wrapped around that. So no matter what you get, that's awesome. And then we're going to close this entire thing down on Friday at midnight. And so hopefully this rendering doesn't get jacked up because we're 3 hours in. I hope not. And then we'll kind of decide. And my plan is to have these guys in Vegas as well. So that's kind of more fuel to the fire for the Vegas. I'll make them bring some sexy training to the Vegas event for free as well. So anyway, more questions. Who won prizes? I gave out a bunch of the prizes already. If you didn't hear your name, then you didn't win. I'm sorry. I gave a lot away though. I'll give away more, next week too. I'll be giving away a bunch more stuff. Maybe, who knows? We may do an encore tomorrow. If this recording didn't work out. Yeah, anything more you guys got? Anything more you guys questions for these guys? I know some people joined late.
Let me just jump in here real quick. Again, when you're ordering, I'm seeing it come through. I just want to make sure you're going to click. There is no cart total. So this is just, if you're doing the agency, it's $19.97. All right. Then you're going to click this, you're going to put in your information and click this button. If you want to purchase a few, just grab a calculator. It's $397 times 2. That's going to be your total. And then again, I just want to make sure it doesn't show the cart total.
Yeah.
And then again, I think that's it. What else am I seeing over here?
Yeah, I mean, at a minimum, there's no reason why you shouldn't at least, if money's tight, you're like, shoot, I'm gonna have to miss out. You're not gonna miss out. Grab the free account and get access to the towing and the real estate investor funnel.
Yep.
I mean, no reason why you can't get into the free account. I mean, honestly, I would expect everyone who is on this webinar or this training, at a minimum, should be in the vault, right? Because at a minimum, you get the free stuff, right? There's no reason not to.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's down here, guys. You see this, right? Take a peek. Go to localmarketing.com/order. Again, if you're not pulling the trigger, you're going to click here. Take a peek and create a free account.
Okay. James, you should make it easier for people to use more than one credit card if people want to split it up. If you need to do that, Peter, just message. Message me and I'll get you hooked up, man. Okay, you don't.
Yeah. So again, there's.
Hey, James, you should also work on Cold Fusion while you're at it.
I don't know what to say. I mean, the only thing I can say is that let's see what happens at the end, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if you guys listen, if there's any like wonky deals or you got something weird with your credit card or whatever, and you need to just PM me and I'll get you linked up with these guys. They're both in the Job Killing group. You can search their names. I'll type them here for you guys. You guys can make friends with them. James is very quiet in that group. So if you want to search his name, if you needed to mess it, you can stalk them if you like. Yeah. I've had my fair share of stalkers this year. So, hey, I'll pass the pepper over to these guys. So yeah, James. And then, let me put Jason's information in here too.
Peter, why are you going to drive to Wayne tomorrow?
He's coming to see you, brother.
Oh boy, that's funny.
Cold Fusion.
I know.
All right, cool. Okay, so recap. Chris just asked for the recap on the bonuses. I'll do it again. If you get the agency package before midnight tonight, PST, here is what you will get. You will get all the funnels. You'll get the PPC training. You will get the AdWords training, okay? And you will get their mortgage course, okay? That not only teaches you how to get leads from mortgage brokers, but also teaches you how to run ads to mortgage brokers so they schedule calls with you and get on your calendar so you could talk to them about, you generating them leads. They sell that standalone to mortgage brokers exclusively for about $3,000. You get that as a bonus until midnight. It was originally stated that it was going to be for the first 25 people. And then I realized that people are going to be asking me all day how many people got it, and I don't have the answer to that. So we'll just do a time limit. You got till midnight if you want the agency. Okay? Chris, you are that guy tonight, but that's fine. Still love you. You're on every call. Which 6 funnels are included in the small business package?
Right here. Dan, does some people call in and they don't see the screen, or does everybody see the screen? I'm just curious.
No, some people call in.
Okay, so, all right. So I'm thinking that maybe some of the people that have call in. So let me repeat here.
Yep.
So small business funnels, you're going to get your electrician funnel, your HVAC repair funnel, your home care funnel, your gym or fitness funnel, same thing. Spa, which is like a facial funnel, and a hair salon funnel. Again, that's small business funnels. You can normally charge anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a month. All right, growth package funnels, dental implant and cleaning, getting 2. Auto home insurance funnel, that's 1 funnel. Financial planner annuity funnels, and that's in the growth package. And if you purchase the growth package, you get also everything in the growth and everything that's in the small business. And then the agency funnels included the roofing funnel, the personal injury funnel, the divorce funnel, the pain management funnel, and then the mortgage buyer and refinance. Those are 2. And if you purchase the package, you're going to get everything in the growth package, everything in the small business package, and you're going to get the MMM. That was a lot of words. You're going to get that as a bonus by midnight tonight if you purchase the agency package.
And they all of those come with, if you buy anything, you get access to the Franchise Funnel 101 training, which walks you through how to set up the ClickFunnels, how to set up your domain. everything you need to know, how to build forms. Some of the forms we use we set them up like long form or quizzes, right? We show you how to do that. We walk you through everything. Then you get the PPC 101 training, exact buttons you need to push. Not a lot of theory. There is no theory. There is no theory here. Everything is proven and tested. So we're going to show you everything you need to know to launch every single campaign that we show you here and any future campaign. You'll get the basics of AdWords, be able to talk confidently and competently about it. Same thing with the Facebook Ads 101 training. You'll get that. You'll understand how the Facebook ad structure works. You'll understand how to launch campaigns. Matter of fact, we walk through like 3 different campaign types in the Facebook Ads 101 training. That's before you even get to your funnel training. Then you get to your funnel, and every single funnel has the overview, the selling stats, what you can expect for conversion rates, cost per lead. You get the exact targeting, exact ads, you get everything. So, and how to set up the franchise funnel specifically to that funnel. So, I mean, it's pretty in depth, but you get all that bonus training no matter what package you buy.
What's home care? What is home care like? In-home care, like for?
Yep, it's senior in-home care. Exactly.
That's a big money niche. I have a buddy. We go out to his house, and he just sold his in-home care business for $25 million. And he's like, just the amount of money that's in that space. I'm really glad that you said yes, because he asked me, he was like, "Hey, can you generate leads for this space?" And I was like, it takes a while. It's competitive in SEO. But that's a great niche, and that industry is booming. Obviously, the baby boomer is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's going to be a big space.
It also is applicable to, it has crossover applications to assisted living. And it also,
so much money in that space.
A lot of things in there.
So much money in that space.
We have a national, maybe I shouldn't let the cat out of the bag, but we have a national deal about to roll out for that I don't think James knows about it yet. Awesome. But that's a big one. It's kind of hidden there, nice and soft and quiet there in the small business package, but that packs a lot of ROI.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So let's see here. I got 122 people on. I'm going to hook everyone up who stayed with me. Let's see what I can do for you guys. I know some of you guys might already have this, but for you 122 that are on, if you have if you don't have psychopathic sales, I'm going to hook all 122 of you guys up with psychopathic sales, $9.97 in the JK store. You're going to overrun us with support for Helen. I feel really bad for Helen. I don't know how else to do it though. I want to hook you guys up. So just thanks for sticking with us. So psychopathic sales, if you don't have it, it's a really good training. In fact, I was just using it with some folks I was training today in sales. I mean, it works. It will work with the stuff that you guys are grabbing from these guys. So psychopathic sales, I'm hooking you guys all up with that. I'm going to be doing some updates on that stuff too in the future months. But yeah, psychopathic sales for everyone that's still on this call. If you're watching the recording, I'm really sorry. So this is for the people that are live. I'm not even sure how I'm going to figure this out because I
was just about to say, how the heck are you going to know?
Yeah, I'm going to edit this part out. So here's what you got to do. Just message Helen.
Poor Helen.
That's a bad idea. Let me think about this for a second. Just answer some more questions. Let me think about how I get you guys psychopathic sales. Wait. I got it. Here, hang tight. I'm going to give you guys a coupon code right now for the JK store. You guys go buy it right now, and you'll get upgraded to it, okay? So
now if all of a sudden 400 people use a coupon code, that's messed up, man.
I'll get it. I'll live. But no, I'll close it down. So this is going to be a short. Just give me a few seconds. I'm going to get you guys that coupon code. You two answer questions while I'm doing this real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Y'all can see the questions still coming in, or
let me.
Guys. All right, 1 second. Let me get you guys this job killing.
Okay. How about some influence?
Okay.
I mean, there's really no specific questions that I've seen.
Oh, one thing I should point out, because it was recently added to that mortgage market. So people who get the agency package in that mortgage marketing mastery program, James just added not only the sales script that we use to close the loan officers on the phone, but he also put in a recorded call that literally walks to a close. Like
That's awesome.
It was the first one he decided to record. Say, hey, we should get this on recorded, and he literally closed them on the phone, so you can literally hear the exact conversation that happened when he closed one of those. It just dawned on me because people were talking about clients and stuff. Like that's a cool. That's a cool thing. I mean, you don't see that too often, and it just worked out perfect when he captured it. So yeah, it's awesome.
All right, Brad is a good question. Brad asked, Facebook audiences targeting outside US, is it still the same stuff? Pay per click outside? If for anybody that's in anywhere else in the world.
Yeah. So one of the cool things that you'll see when we're targeting these niches is it'll have more to do with demographics. Now, again, you'll be able to. So the bottom line is, if you can run Facebook ads in your area, this will work. Essentially, this will apply, right? We can't just say a blanket statement for everybody and say, yeah, it's going to work everywhere around the world, because obviously these are US tested. But like if you're in like UK, most of the, Europe, whatever, most of these will still apply as long as the service is similar, right? So there may be some slight differences in some of the copy, like maybe some things are said different in one place or another. But as far as running the specific targeting for each of these campaigns, that should not affect whether you're in the US or the UK, for example. The way we target things, you'll have the same access to the targeting that we use in the US for these campaigns in the UK.
All right, guys, coupon code Psychopathic Sales. Coupon code is SalesWin, SalesWin. I made 130 available. There's 124 people on here. So when they're gone, they're gone. If you go to the JK store at jobkilling.com, you go over to the store, SalesWin, snag it. If you already have Psychopathic Sales, then you're already a rock star. I can't. I was just trying to be cool. But I'll, come see me in Vegas, and we'll figure. I'll get you something else. We'll have fun. SalesWin. It's not working for you. It should work. I just tested it. But let me double check. Psychopathic Sales on jobkilling.com. Okay, on jobkilling.com. Not on the .info, the old one. It's in the jobkilling.com under the shop. Someone tell me they got it. Let me know if you got it. Just fire in the thing that lets me know. I probably spelled psychopathic wrong.
Peter.
Hey, that's no secret. I didn't say psychopathic spelling. I said sales. Repeat code SalesWin, all lowercase. Let me know if it goes through. Someone? Anyone? Got it. Good. Okay, good. So those will get, we'll see all those orders come in. We'll get that unlocked for you guys inside of the jobkilling.com, so you have access to that. Real quick, guys, someone just asked this question. I saw it right before I gave this out. Worked good. You got the bonus that you guys are giving away. That's going to have to be done manually. Is that correct, James?
Yes, I got to do it manually. So they got to give me, I'll get it done tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll get you all the. He'll get you. He's got to go through all the orders and pick out the ones that got the agency. So.
Yeah. So what I'll do is, what'll end up happening is, as of right now, I'm thinking of this, but I'll add you. You should get an email, right? I mean, you should automatically get an email, and then when you get that email, when I add you in there, you'll have access to it. So the email will show you how to get in it. You click the button, and so on and so forth.
Code is SalesWin on jobkilling.com. Looks like it's working. I see all your guys' orders coming in, which is awesome. You guys will all get access to that as well for sticking around with us and showing up to these live calls.
Dude, I can't believe 125 people are still on. It's unbelievable. 3 hours.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Winner, chicken dinner. Awesome. Okay. More questions? You guys got more for these guys?
Oh, somebody asked, what about for people who couldn't get on that were interested? I guess somebody told them about it.
Yeah, so we capped out at 300, and so once this is done, I'll get the replay up in the group, and then we'll have to play it by ear. I'll figure something out.
Yep. Cool.
Psycho Sales is listed under the shop in jobkilling.com. If someone wants to put the link in there, that'd be awesome. So it can help them out. Shop. Someone will get you a link. Cool. Yeah, Vegas tickets. I got you, Peter. I got you on the list, man. You're good to go. My wifey will probably be reaching out to you, and she'll be organizing all that stuff. And like, we'll have you on the list for it. When you show up, you'll get it all taken care of. Just wait till next week when we launch the Vegas event. Hopefully, you guys come out to Vegas. I got a barn burner plan for you. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good trainers like these guys coming out. I think it'll be awesome. So be looking forward to that. That's June 24th in Las Vegas. Potentially what we might do is anyone that grabbed this, we may do like a little special mastermind with these guys, like a break-off session in one of the other rooms. We'll just have to kind of play that on the fly and see if that's something you guys want, if you guys ended up getting into any of this stuff. Let's see here. Let's see. Why not open the Vegas tickets early for types who have psychopathic sales? Just because I'm not set up for it yet, man. Ben, I would love to, man. It's going to be Tuesday. It's kind of a bigger – I screwed it up last year by not doing it organized, and then I got a tongue lashing because I didn't have to deal with the wake of disaster I created for everyone else. So just give me till Tuesday, man. I'm going to have it all dialed in. All right, cool. Says I don't have access to the shop. Just got to log in. Should have access. Here's the link again for these guys' stuff before. If you already purchased Vegas tickets from my old link from way back when, I got you on a list. You'll be taken care of, so no worries there. But I had to kind of cut that off a little bit early because it wasn't organized enough. So, got more questions for these guys?
Austin's calling his mortgage friends now.
Yeah, they love their leads.
Dude, mortgage, like I said, mortgage, real estate, insurance, like the three titans of don't touch an SEO. Like, I'm like, no,
No, I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
They just are. You just, you're not, it's going to take so long. It's almost not worth it.
Yeah. Most of those guys they're tied to like corporate website. I mean, there's just a pain. This is definitely the best way to go.
Yeah. Is there a coupon for Eugene Review? If you got Eugene Review, I gave it away. Chuck, just shoot me a message. I'll get everyone that got it, that I gave the code for Eugene Review. I'll give it to these guys. So then we'll just do it the same way we did with Psychopathic Sales. So just plan on it being in the back end of your platform with these guys. I'll get it for you guys. Okay. Let's see here. Other questions?
Just guys, if there's any issues,
Bag of donuts.
if there's any issues like logging in and stuff, check your spam for the email. You should have been right after payment. You should have been brought to the login page or the create your account page. That should have automatically happened. If it didn't, there could be maybe your payment got declined and you just didn't know. So we'll check all that out. Don't freak out. If you've tried to get in and maybe something happened, you're still going to be eligible for everything we've talked about tonight. Okay.
There's 99 days till Vegas, just so we're all clear. I have a timer that tells me 99 days, plenty of time. For Vegas tickets that I gave out tonight, we'll take care of you. We'll message you. I have a list of all you guys, and like I said, my wife will get in touch and get you all dialed. But you're on the list, so you're good to go. 90 days and counting. Do the higher end funnels take any longer to get up and running than what you showed us here? Good question.
No.
Yeah. Do they take any longer?
Yeah.
There may be Jason, talk about go ahead. Take any longer to set up, basically.
Oh, no. No, maybe I'm not understanding it, but no, no matter what funnel it is, whether it's one of the free towing or the real estate investment, or you got the agency package and you're trying to get into the roofing or the personal injury campaign, they all set up the exact same way. Now understand there's some have a little bit more training. Like for example, the personal injury franchise funnel, that has both pay-per-click training and Facebook ads training. And oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, we're probably a handful of people in the entire planet, it seems like, that know how to effectively run personal injury ads on Facebook. So, but bottom line is some of those franchise funnels will have like double the traffic training. There's a few of those funnels in there like that. But no, I mean, beyond the training itself, they all set up the exact same way. Yeah, some of these have different forms. Like you won't use the built-in like ClickFunnels form, so we show you how to set that up. So again, some have a little extra training, and if we're talking extra time to set up, we're talking minutes, not hours. So.
So guys, for the Scott Richardson, for the psychopathic sales, we're going to go through and manually add you to that. So the download won't come to you. We're going to just do that tonight once we're done. So just be waiting for that, and you'll get a link. I think actually, let me look here. It'll take us a little bit to fulfill all that stuff because there's a lot of them. But I'll probably have it under tools, and I'll have it right under Call Sling. I'll make a tab for it for psychopathic sales, and then everyone that gets unlocked will just go there to grab it. Okay, so I'll make it really simple. Let's see here.
Oh, somebody asked. Do you show us how to hook up the ClickFunnels and get everything running, i.e. the 2 pages hooked up to each other, the redirects, and...
Yeah, I addressed that question there. But yeah, the bottom line is, or I sent you that message, you should see it. But yes, we show you everything. There's nothing, again, you need to walk in with zero knowledge, okay? Pretend you know zero, and you'll be able to get everything set up. We walk you through step by step how to get everything set up. So even the ClickFunnels part, even though ClickFunnels has they do have great training, great support, we show you exactly what you need to know to get from nothing to having your complete campaign up and running.
George, will the Facebook ads training help me for any niche? I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, it's the same process that we use for all these local 18 funnels.
I think from an understanding standpoint, knowing a platform and knowing
Correct.
how it works and whatnot, but from like a actual every niche, is it going to give you the exact knowledge you need? I don't think so. Like I would say like you got to specialize, you're going to go through that testing. I think this is what this group will be really awesome about, is bringing other niches to the table. But yeah, you'll be able to run an ad for any niche if you really wanted to, but like the specialized, if it's a underwater basket weaving niche, like they don't have the landing page. You're going to have to kind of go out there and kind of cobble yours together based on what you learn from it. So just kind of keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Is there a way to download the videos for when we're not in a Wi-Fi spot going to Costa Rica next week? That sounds rough. I would like to download.
No.
Yeah, that's usually pretty tough in the space of digital because there's so many thieves. But
there's so many. I mean, there's so many thieves out there. But
don't be a thief. How about that? I'll start there. Simple training my mother taught me. Don't steal from people. So simple. More questions. Now let me drop the link. If anyone's still on the fence, it'll probably be the last one I drop.
Yeah, and again, worst case, get in and get the free stuff. I mean, there's no reason not to. So, plus you'll get access to the group. You can come in, you can chat, you can hang out. Where cool people hang out. Everyone's in there. Everybody's in there having a great time. So,
don't be a dick. Oh God, can't please. I try. Okay, we're 3 hours in. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you got some value, at least something out of tonight, right? You got some free funnels. Hopefully you got the psychopathic sales. still around, we'll get that fulfilled for you guys tonight. I'll get them the Eugene Review coupon. If you got in, you got that for free. And then they'll get you guys, if you got the agency, they will get you guys the mortgage course tomorrow sometime. Just give them a little bit of grace as they deal with the disaster we just created. Like I said, we may be doing encore tomorrow, just depending on how many people couldn't get on. I know we capped out at 300 and there's 3,000 people in JK. So very small group of people got on in comparison. So guys, I'm going to end this little stream, let you guys get on with your bad selves, and we'll see you guys in the group.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right, guys. Later.